All right. So we're back for some Friday Night Magic. Brent has the week off, so it's going to be Bob and Gary.
Hi, everyone.
Gary's pretty excited.
I am.
Looks like we have some Burn versus Burn.
This is going to be a fun match.
I feel like Burn is going to win. It is an interesting matchup, though, because it does depend on which half of the Burn deck that they draw. So there's obviously the creature half, and there's the Burn half.
Mm-hmm.
So like one player could draw the creature half, and the other player could draw the Burn half, and then they have to kind of like decide how they're going to use it. So I'm pretty excited to see how this goes. I mean, I feel like they're both playing the 3-color version.
Okay.
But Ryan may just be red-white.
But we'll see what happens.
So, out of curiosity, what would you sideboard? Like, if you're playing another board game, what's the sideboard for that?
You kind of like some decks will play Core Firewalker.
Okay.
So I believe Ethan is playing it. I built this deck, but I don't remember. It's been so long since I built the sideboard. The other card that is very interesting is Eidolon of the Great Revel.
No idea what that is.
Let's pull that up here. So both players play it, and it makes the game very interesting.
I do know what this is actually.
So whenever a player casts a spell with mana cost 3 or less, it does 2 damage to that player. So whoever's ahead typically wants to play that card.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't want to play it if they have too many burn spells. It kind of makes an interesting game. So it looks like Ryan led on a Goblin Guide, and Ethan led on a Monastery Swiftspear. So now we play that game where when do you use your removal? It turns on all of their Searing Blazes, which is kind of cool. So Searing Blaze, if you play a land and you control a creature, does 3 damage. I believe Brent is joining us in the stream here. I'm going to go in and check the chat. Hi, Brent.
Hi, Brent. It's 18-18 already.
Oh, I suppose because he fetched.
Yep. Oh, he got his love spike.
Spike him.
That was a little Magic the Gathering humor.
15-18. Oh, and we got a charm on top.
Brostrom gives double striker, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Okay.
Typically, it ends up being the same amount of damage, depending on what it is. So now Ethan has that Searing Blaze. So he has the landfall, so it's going to be 3 damage to looks like the Monastery Swiftspear and 3 damage to Ryan. So players both at 15. Prowess trigger goes to 13. Oh, he went to 11. Wow. Oh, because of the spike. The spike in the attack and the prowess.
I feel like this is such a luck of the draw.
It is. Like I said, it depends on which half of the deck they draw. See, Ryan is playing the green splash. It looks like it's stomping around there, I believe.
What's the green for?
Typically, it's just for the sideboard.
Okay.
So they play like Destructive Revelries out of the sideboard. So Lightning Helix. That's going to be a key card as well.
Mm-hmm.
The dealing damage and gaining life. Like I said, it's not just a straight like burn you to the face. There are key cards that kind of matter here. And a bolt.
And a bolt.
So Ethan goes to 5.
Swings for that
So 5 to 14. Like I said, Ethan really needs some white mana here. So he's down to 3.
He does have white mana in his, but I think that's a fetch land. I believe.
Alright, so he draws the Lavamancer. Yes, it is a Erd Mesa, which he actually cannot, oddly enough, cannot fetch a Stomping Ground, or a Sacred Foundry, because it will kill him.
Yeah.
So Ryan might steal this one here. See what he has here. If he can
only
use
has
burn
2
spells,
cards.
though,
He only has 2 cards in his hand.
and he drew a land. So he needs burn spells, not creatures. Ethan has the creature lockdown here. For 3 mana. This is the hard cast Rift Bolt. Alright. Ethan just looks at him. Alright, well that does it. So Ryan takes game number 1 here. Yes, the Burn Mirror. Hello, Zadok. Thanks for hanging out with us. Like I said, sideboard here is going to be interesting. Yes, he does have the core Firewalkers. So it's core Firewalkers and then Searing Bloods.
What's Searing Blood?
Let's go ahead and pull that up here. As you saw, that Goblin guy did a lot of work. So he's going to want to take that out right away. Oop. Not an Elvish champion. Alright, so it's 2 red. Searing Blood deals 2 damage to target creature. And then when that creature dies, it does 3 damage to that creature's controller.
Oh, okay.
So it kills every creature in the deck.
Okay.
With the exception of like a prowess Monastery Swiftspear. But it's kind of that way to kill creatures. Because the thing with your burn deck is you don't want to waste your lightning bolts killing creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing with like Searing Blaze and Searing Blood is you're still killing creatures but also dealing damage.
See, that's the problem I have playing with burn. I don't think I can outrace them 90%
Yep.
of the time. So
You
I'm
wanna
like,
it's
target
kind
creature.
of, Brent's talked about this before. It's kind of a combo deck in a way because you're trying to count to 20. You were trying to deal them 20 damage. So you're trying to deal them 20 damage as fast as you can, and you don't want to waste your burn spells on creatures. Because like the game may end and they may be at 2. Now, did you lose that game because you burned that creature, or did you win the game because now they didn't deal damage to you? It's kind of hard to say.
I'm more of a defensive player, and I know I am, so.
I was kind of hoping Ryan was going to play his fun deck. He actually has the that Illness in the Ranks Hunted Horror deck, or Hunted Troll deck. I was kind of hoping he would play it because it would make you happy.
It's actually a deck I wanted to play.
So that I mean, not to say anything bad, obviously, about Ryan or anything like that. I was just kind of surprised with the result for that game. Like, Ethan is a very good player with burn, but that just goes to show the power of the burn deck.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes you just have like that Goblin guy was better than the Swiftspear in every way. There was no way Ethan could profitably block. Because if you're blocking with a Swiftspear in your burn deck, you're probably losing the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just goes to show like he had a Goblin guy in turn 1. Ethan had a Swiftspear. Like that's just a better creature.
Yeah, the haste is definitely the deal breaker in this game.
All right, so now Ethan's on the play though, so now it could switch. Yeah, he has a core Firewalker. All right, so he has a turn 1 Lavamancer. Lavamancer really good as well, because it can start converting some of those unused cards into ways to kill the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan does have the best card in the matchup, though. He has that core Firewalker in his hand. So it's interesting to see if he has the double white to play it on turn 2, though. Because it has pro red, and whenever a player plays a red spell, you gain a life. I'm fairly certain it's a player. Let me take a look here. Yep, whenever a player. So let's go ahead and pull that up here. There we go. My search was not helping me out there. Yep, so double white, 2/2, protection from red. Whenever a player casts a red spell, you may gain 1 life. So if that card resolves on turn 2, it's going to be really, really hard for Ryan to win the game.
Yeah.
Because he can block all of Ryan's creatures and he gains a life for either
Or
player.
you can even just swing over 2, because that's free damage,
2 damage
right?
right there, yep. No, Ethan's going to take the 1 here. There's no way he's going to block with his Grim Lavamancer. So let's see if he has the other white land here. He does. He has another. He even has the good one. He has another red-white land into the core Firewalker. Ryan's kind of yep. I mean, there are ways he can still steal this game. It's just become a lot harder for him. like the mountain choice. Can you tell me what set that's from?
Unglued.
Ooh, good job, Gary. Good job.
I think we had this conversation. Actually, reason.
What is your favorite full art land? Which ones?
Well, it's actually unglued. I do like.
I like the border on it. They are really hard to find though. Like the unhinged one, they made a lot of those. Like a lot of people opened to the unhinged ones. I don't feel like unglued was as popular.
I feel like they didn't put it in every pack like they do with the new ones.
I'm not sure. That was before I started playing. I just remember buying a lot of unhinged and then just pretty much throwing the rest of the pack away and keeping the land.
You can proxy on?
They had the silver border, which I hated. So they're hard to proxy on.
You're so picky.
I am. Alright. So 3 upstairs. He's going to gain 1. He's going to take 2 here and lose his Lavamancer. Alright. He has a Copperline Gorge in his hand. So the other way you think can lose this game is by just drawing a lot of land.
Yeah.
That's typically how Burn loses. Now he's going to play his Searing Blaze. So 3 damage. He's going to gain a life up to 18. He's going to go down to 12 and lose his Swift Spear. Like I said, the deck has a lot of play. It's not just I'm going to just bolt you to the face. Like there's actually a lot of skill involved in playing Burn.
Yeah, there's it's very misleading deck.
Yeah. Like you think Burn is like an entry level. I mean, it is like cost-wise. It's pretty cheap to play. Skill level-wise, it's not that hard, but there's a lot of intricacies to the deck where like if someone's really good at playing it, you'll know it.
Yeah. You got to learn how to adapt.
Yes.
Really, like on the fly pretty fast.
You don't want to play your instance as instants, like or as like sorceries. You want to play them at the end of your opponent's turn. You want to play them in response to things.
That's pretty hype.
Let's say double Goblin Guide. So the Core Firewalker.
Lava Spike, Lightning Bolt, Mountain in hand. So.
Yeah, I think he's showing him I have lethal because he's at 10.
Yeah.
So he's gonna attack. So they're gonna go to game number 3 here.
Yeah, that
kind of just saving time here. He's showing him like I can attack you twice with this. So yeah, just kind of showing him like you can't beat this Firewalker kind of thing. They could have sat there for another 5-10 minutes, but the result is probably going to be the same. So I'm interested to see if Ryan has Firewalkers of his own, because that would be an interesting way. Because now the Firewalkers can't attack because they can block each other.
They're walls.
Yeah. How good would that be, though, if there was a double white 0/4 wall that had protection from red, and whenever you played a red spell, gained a life?
It'd be really
Would
good.
that be played? Or would it be bad?
Honestly, I think the Firewalker is better still, just because it does have that option to attack.
The only nice part about being like a 0/4 would be the fact that it could block other creatures still profitably, and you couldn't like bolt it or lose it to a random burn spell.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can dish on walls all they want, but they are a force. They are a force.
I can't honestly. I guess the Wall of Omens is probably the only wall I could name that is like a tier 1 wall.
I still think Overgrowing Battlemont is very underrated. I think that card is great.
Wall of Roots saw play for a while.
Spear of Shields or whatever.
Shield Sphere.
Yeah.
I don't think that card's modern legal though.
0/6. No, I don't think it is.
And then whenever you deal damage, doesn't it remove a counter or something like that?
Also, Tingle, Wall Tangle Cord.
I played that in Standard.
It's such a good card.
I did play that card in Standard.
2 mana for a 0/6 and 1 mana to make it a reach. Right. Yeah.
So Ethan going to 6 here. Like I said, he's looking for very specific cards.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to lose. I feel like if he didn't have that Core Firewalker, game number 2, he would have lost that game.
Yes. Yeah, that Core Firewalker definitely changes the game for Ethan a lot.
Like, say that Core Firewalker was a Monastery Swift Spear again.
Well, at this point, I think it's just whoever gets the first attack off is going to have such an advantage because that's a turn ahead, no matter what.
So Zodic in chat says he agrees with you that the Core Firewalker being able to attack is really great.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. I feel like that card would see some. What if it was 1 in a white?
1 colorless?
A colorless in a white for a 0/4 protection from red that says whenever a player plays a red spell, you gain a life.
But still, the only benefit of that is that if you get mana screwed, you can't.
Well, I mean, that's
the benefit. Oh, I have one Sacred Foundry instead of 2. With all my fetch lands.
How about 1 and a white for a 0/1 wall with protection from red. But whenever your opponent plays a red spell, you draw a card and discard a card. No? I feel like that would be so good.
I think the only way a wall would be playable, and it's thermal, the one I play in my Popper deck.
Mm-hmm.
If that was a 2 cost instead of a 3 cost, or no, it is a 2 cost, I think.
Is that the one where if you play a red spell, you untap it?
Whenever you play an instant sorcery, you untap it. You can pay 1, or tap it to do 1 damage. If that was a 0, because I think it's a 0/3.
The fact that it can die to its own, to burn spells. Brent says if it was just white, it'd be played.
Yeah, it's a 0/3. So this is the wall. If you're talking about walls that I can see being played. Just because it does add a little bit more to it.
If it was a 0/4,
See,
I think you'd be onto something. I mean, it's the lightning bolt test.
Yes.
Like the fact that it dies to lightning bolt.
There we go.
The fact that it dies to lightning bolt makes it tough.
Yes.
All right, so Rift Bolt coming off here.
He's got his own Goblin Guide.
So I'm interested to see if he has the Firewalker in his hand. I haven't been able to see Ethan's hand yet.
Just a white, yeah. That's fair. I mean, that's the only reason Jihadi Offshoot's worth anything. It's because it's 1 green.
Alright, so Ryan coming out of the gates hot here with 1 land. Has Ethan to 8. He does have the Firewalker. But I don't think he has the land.
I don't know.
Ryan does get a land here, though. Oof. And Ethan passes. So both players on 1 land. Alright. But Ryan got the 2nd land here.
Unglued.
If he has a lightning field,
he does have a land in his hand, though.
I think he got a land off of the Goblin Guy.
Oh, and then drew another. Okay, that makes sense.
Alright, so he has the Landfall, Searing Blaze. Goes to 5.
I think Ryan's got it. It's hard to come back from that.
If Ethan can draw a Inspiring Vantage here, the red-white tap 3 land. Nope, does not draw it. So gets a Goblin Guy. Attacks. It's a frustrating game here. Another Searing Blaze. It's going to put him to 2 if he has another land, which I believe he does. Yeah, so he is down to both players at player 1, player at 8, 1 player at 5. So Ethan, rough shape here. Alright, so he's going to go Searing Blaze. Puts him to 2. If he has another burn spell off of the Air of Mesa, it's the game. Alright, so here's Searing Blaze. Oh, Helix.
Yep, game.
Yeah.
Pulled it out.
Alright, so Ryan takes it. Ethan with a rough draw there. Alright, so Ryan does take that in 3. Like I said, we saw lands matter.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the fact that Ethan drew the creature half, and Ryan kind of drew the answer with the Searing Blazes and the burn half, it has a lot. The deck has a lot more play than you would think.
Yeah. How many creatures are in Burn Back?
They play 4 Goblin Guides, 4
So 8.
Eidolon of the Great Revel, 4 Monastery Swiftspear, and then usually like 1 to 2 copies of Grim Lava Mancer. So usually like 13 to 14 creatures.
Okay. So.
Oh, we're switched.
Yep.
I'm Brent Stearns.
Okay, and now I'm Robert.
You're Robert.
Yes.
Brent, you're here in spirit. So yeah, that went kind of fast. So I think we'll see if we can move a game over for game number. See if we can get a game number 2 or a game number 3 here. We'll get our names fixed so that we can you can see our figure out who we are, so you can stalk us. Yeah.
Both on Facebook.
So yeah, we'll be right back, guys. so we got a game moved over here. We're going to kind of figure out what they're playing, though, because we just want to get the magic going here. So, it looks like Roger is on humans. No surprise there. Humans.
Come on.
And I'm going to guess it looks like Ryan is on, Josh is on Grixis. So we're just going to put Grixis here. I believe it's Grixis Delver, but we're just going to put Grixis here for the sake of Brent Stearns watching us. He says Gary gets the sucky chair.
Chair's actually, I picked the other chair, the one that's not falling apart. So, joke's on you.
So do you know who is up a game here?
No, but I could go ask.
Alright. Well, we're going to kind of try to piece it together here.
It's the second game, so.
Yep. So for after this game, we'll find out. Obviously, if one player starts shaking the hand here, we'll know it's one player is 1 and 2. Otherwise, we'll notice the rest here. So I think you commented on this before, but I really, really like Josh's plan.
Yes. Every time I see him, I'm like, I love your plan.
I have an Ancestral Recall one that is just beautiful. All right, so turn 3 rest in peace here. So Roger next turn can hard cast a Mantis Rider and potentially put one into play off of the Aether Vial. So chat, aka Brent, who do you like in this matchup? Gary, who do you like in this matchup? Humans or Grixis?
I'm gonna go with humans because I don't know much about Grixis.
I'm guessing he's on the control plan. I do see a Cryptic and a Damnation in his hand. So most likely on Grixis control.
Yeah.
So I feel like if it's control, I like the Grixis chances here. If it's, which I'm fairly certain it is, if it was Delver, I would like humans a bit better. Yeah, I was going to say Brent is with the Grixis side. I feel like I like Grixis as well. Again, it also depends on like the draws Roger has, because there are very powerful draws out of humans. So Mantis Rider is to trigger the Lieutenant. Interested that I guess he didn't want to waste the counters on the Aether Vial. It's just interesting that he put the Lieutenant into play at the end of the turn, and just didn't wait till he got to get a +1 counter on the Mantis Rider. Could be afraid of Lightning Bolt. I would agree. Counter spells are fairly bad, especially with Cryptic Command. The fact that he has Damnation in his hand, though, seems pretty good, and there's no way a Meddling Mage can come down. It is interesting, though, with the Rest in Peace, because it shuts off cards like Tassiger and things like that. Like, he has to hardcast his Tassigers, he has to hardcast all of his Delve spells.
I don't think I know any of the Grixis cards. Like, you were saying cards to me, I'm just like, I have no idea what these are.
So he has a Damnation. I want to say a Fatal Push. I just drew a...
He also has a Lightning Bolt in his hand, too.
He just drew a... Is it Static Caster as well? Sin Collector.
Love that card. Not because of the abilities, I just like the art a lot.
Ooh, you are right. Josh Fetchstrong. He could not cast his Cryptic.
Ooh.
So you saw him put the Cryptic out?
Yep.
And then put it back. I was kind of wondering that, why nothing happened. But yeah, he Fetchstrong, so he's missing the triple blue.
Oh, Cryptic is triple?
It is triple blue. So the Sin Collector took a Damnation, but he has a second Damnation, which he can cast that. So Josh kind of worrying about his life total a little bit, which is fair. But yeah, ended up getting kind of stuck with the... Yep, so goes Damnation.
Yep.
Now he has the triple blue, though. So yeah, he has Lightning Bolt, Fatal Push, Is It Static Caster, Cryptic Command. Alright, so Roger kind of trying to rebuild here. Draws off this Horizon Canopy.
It's one thing, aggro players have a really hard time with is keeping a backup contingency plan in hand, just in case that happens.
Humans has kind of a way to draw cards, but not like with collected companies. You can rebuild fairly easily. Humans doesn't have access to a card like that, so now he's just basically relying on the top of his deck here.
Yep.
And Grixis can be able to outplay him because he can go Static Caster. Yeah, Static Caster here kills the Noble, or the Thalia even. And then he can Bolt or Fatal Push the Noble. And now he's just every threat that Josh plays. Oh, he just drew a Jace. So. Yeah, so.
Yep.
Let's see here. I believe this is game 3 then. Because no handshake was. So I'm going to guess they're at 1 game apiece now.
No one's taking their sideboard out.
Yep, so we're going to guess a game apiece here. So yeah, once that Damnation hit, there was no way, because he knows he has a Lightning Bolt, he knows he has a Fatal Push, and he has a Static Caster, so any X1s are dying immediately. So I think that was a correct concession there. Right, so he did bring back in a Meddling Mage, it looks like, which is good on the play, and obviously he's going to name Damnation. So most likely, out of the control deck, they're going to have access to Damnation and Anger of the Gods. Are going to be the big sweepers. He plays at least 2 copies of Damnation. That card used to be like $60.
I love the art of that card, honestly.
It's like the opposite Wrath of God.
I know, it's so great.
I know.
It was from Time Spiral, wasn't it?
Planar Chaos.
So yeah, it was part of
Time
the
Spiral
time shift.
Block.
Yep.
One of the time shifted cards. I wish they would do that again. Like, I like the spin on the color, so cards doing things outside of their color wheel. Like Piracy Charm being one. Piracy Charm is after Funeral Charm. It's like the only discard spell that blue really has, or like way to kill a creature, because it has the -2/-1.
There was a blue burn spell, wasn't there?
Yes, Psionic Blast.
Yes.
Which Char is made after.
Yep.
Alright, so game number 3 here. So now, it's interesting though because Darnation. So interestingly enough, like Roger wants a mix of, he wants the turn 1 Aether Vial, but he also wants creatures. So he kind of wants to be, because it's nice to have the Aether Vial against the counter spells, but he also has to not overextend and get too many creatures to come in and worry about the Damnations. So it looks like Josh going to 6 here. His 2 Search for Ascantas.
And 2 Delvers.
Those were Search for Ascantas.
Oh, are they?
Yep, Jace, a Lightning Bolt, and a couple lands here. Yeah, that's the Search for Ascanta check card. He has an Opt as well, it looks like. So, and he has an Anger, so pretty good hand. So he only had 1 land, so he drew the 2nd land. He's going to Opt at the end of turn here. If he can hit 3 lands here, he's going to have to fetch for a Blood Crypt, and he's going to have to hit another land that can get red. But with the filter of the Search for Ascanta, that'll help a lot, because anything that's not a land, he can just put in the graveyard. I kind of like Josh's chances. If he doesn't get hit by a freebooter, or Thalia hurts it a little bit, so he's going to respond with an Opt. Your favorite kind of deck, your control.
No.
I believe he kept it on top and drew.
Definitely a Roger kind of deck, rather than control for me.
So he's at 18. Yep. Good guy, Roger, helping us out here. Draws a Wandering Fumarole. Interesting. I like it. Spicy. You know what that card is?
No. No idea.
It's the red-blue man land. So it's like the red-blue Celestial Colony, Creeping Tar Pit.
I miss Fairy Conclave.
So it comes into play tapped. Taps for a red or a blue. You can pay 2, a blue and a red. Until end of turn, it becomes a 1/4 blue and red elemental. But then it has an ability where you can pay 0 and switch power and toughness until end of turn. So you can make it a 4/1.
Oh, you can just switch it back too.
For free, yeah.
That's crazy.
So if they're like, all right, bolt it, you're like, nope, switch it back.
Yeah, that's pretty. Huh. I like it.
I like it as well. So if he has the Meddling Mage here, nope. So he has a.
That is a 5th Dawn card.
Yes.
Something with attachment or equipment, isn't it?
Auriok Champion. Nope. It's Auriok Champion. It's protection from black, protection from red, and whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you get a life.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty funny. He caught it now. Zodic pointing out that Roger put himself to 18 off of Josh's fetch land, Josh's shop land.
I'll take that.
That would be great if the land came into play and your opponent untapped and your opponent lost 2 life. How good would that card be?
There's a land that comes into play, deals 1 damage.
That is true. Now, what if there was a dual hand that when it came into play, you took 1 damage and had to discard a card, but it tapped for mana of any color? Or tapped for like a red or a blue and counted as both.
That'd be so good. Especially if it was like a black dual land with a discard ability. It'd be so good.
I guess that's very, like, I'm just thinking like cards that they could print with an upside or a downside. Exotic pointing out that he's surprised you knew that was Fifth Dawn. That's when he started playing.
Yeah, that's the only.
Fair.
That's like the sets I know by heart.
All right, so there's that search for Skanda. Has to pay 3 for it though. But the fact that it turns into a land eventually will kind of pay for itself.
Yeah, I really enjoy those flip cards. The ones that turn into lands.
Yes. There was one that we saw in Standard that...
Treasure map?
Yes, I think that was it. Turns into like Orazka or something, the gate. It was a good time hanging out watching some Standard on Saturday. If you guys haven't watched it, you should check out the YouTube. We recorded the whole thing and it has all the time stops. You can check it out. Especially if you're playing Standard and you're trying to get some information, get ready for the GP in Milwaukee. Yeah, definitely check it out. The Esper deck was awesome. Esper was great. I really liked the Angels deck. And Nick Osterud was playing a Golgari deck that was all about filling his graveyard. And then it was a giant, like, I want to say like horror elemental tree folk looking thing that cost less for each creature in your graveyard. So you could play it for like 2. His deck was really cool. I think you would really like that deck. But yeah, Brett and I had a great time watching some Standard. By the end, we knew more cards than we started with, so I consider it a success.
Did the Golgari deck play Creeping Chill?
I feel like it did, but I am not sure.
I'm still impressed by that card. Like, still crazy.
Alright. So Josh down to 5 now here off this fetch land. So I'm interested to see what the Meddling Mage is naming. I feel like it's Anger of the Gods.
I'm pretty sure it's Anger of the Gods. Cause
we'll find out though. He couldn't cast it last turn. He can cast it this turn. So most likely not. So he's going to Anger here. He's going to clear the board. So yeah, he's like, I wish I would have named that card. It does not kill the Auriok Champion though.
Yep.
I'm guessing he named Damnation. Just because that would make sense. Yeah. You saw it last game. Yeah, so he's still going to get hit for 2 here.
The protection winning games today.
Yes.
It's crazy.
So now Roger kind of trying to rebuild here. So
his lands in his hand.
I was going to say, Josh can play the Jace on his turn. He can bounce it. Now if he has a Mantis Rider here, he wins. Otherwise, I feel like Josh is going to take over the game. He has no way to gain life, though. Typically, like you'll see cards like Kalidas, or some were even playing like Vampiric Link, talking about cards from Planar Chaos. Spirit Link, but black.
Yep.
They were playing that so you could play it on your creatures to gain life. Not a very good card. Sometimes you'll see like Dragon's Claw. Alright, so he's going to punch for 4 here. So he played the Noble Hierarch and then copied it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a very smart heads-up play here. Because now, even if he bounces the Auriok Champion, he can still attack for 2 with either of the creatures because of the Exalted. But I think that might be it. I guess he can buy a turn with... Nope, he has triple blue. He can buy a turn with Cryptic. So he could go tap your team, bounce your champion. So he's still behind here. Drew the Tassiger, though. He's gonna draw. Oof.
So he would have to.
Snap.
You'd have to bounce both of those exiled creatures to even come close.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's just basically looking for ways to buy time. So he's going to tap bounce.
Yeah.
And then next turn, he's going to try to he can hopefully draw a way to get rid of it. He can flip his Escanta, which will let him search, hopefully. This will put him to 5 cards in the graveyard. 6. No, he'll still be 1 short. Oh, he drew another Cryptic, so he has another turn. I would, unless this card is amazing, it's going to the graveyard. Like, he really wants a land here. Interested he did not bounce, though.
I feel like he felt, since Roger doesn't have a hand, it's not really worth bouncing.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Champion is a 1/1.
Yeah, he's got the one that bounces land.
Thank you.
Dissipate? No.
So he's at 2 instead of 1. So, okay, yeah. Alright. So he's going to go... Yep.
Cryptic.
Tap draw again. Now this turn he can flip.
I have to get rid of the one that he had for commons because
What does he got here?
3 mana, whenever something targets you or something you control, it costs 2 more.
Alright, what are we copying here? Alright, he's copying the champion.
It's a good play.
Yes, especially if his plan is to flashback Anger, which I feel like it was.
Mm-hmm.
But if he draws another land here, he has Snap Cryptic, which gives him another turn. Yep, he bottoms the land, but I guess it was a steam vent, so... Oh, he does get another land here. Draws the Swamp.
I'll block one of them. I'll take
The thing is, he has a Tassiger, but that's pro-black, so he can't even block with a Tassiger.
He was sideboarding for a long time, but I can't.
Like you said, protection is a thing today. It's also one of the most confusing things.
Yes.
Like protection cards, and also regeneration. Regeneration is one that always confuses me.
Because
Like
it's a
how-
shield.
Yeah,
It's a
you
shield.
put a regen shield on, but then it comes into play tapped, so it's like, did it actually deal damage? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a
It
judge.
does do damage now, I think.
It does.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a judge. Alright, so he's going to play Tassiger. I think, yeah, this still does give him a chance to... What? Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, you want to keep one of those cryptics there. Interesting. No, you can't do that. You need that cryptic or you die. Maybe... I guess he can block with... He can put snaps into play to block.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull up the champion here. Just because I'm curious if it has... I don't think it has first strike. It does not. So he can snap put those snapcasters into play and just trade off with both of them, which I'm doing in a heartbeat if I'm Josh here. Yep, snapcaster. Doesn't matter weight targets. Yeah, and then snapcaster. And yeah, I'm just snap blocking both of them. Boom boom. Oh, that's big.
Yeah, that's a turnaround.
That's big.
He's still.
This is a good game.
Roger's still at 24
See,
though.
how
Like,
can you
that's-
not like control? Like, just the
It's-
fact that he is at 2 life right now, and he is battling back against adversity and the odds. Like, how can you not like control? Come on, Brent, chime in here. This is a great game.
It is a good game, but he's at 2 life.
Now he's attacking even. That's how confident. Like, the control player has now turned the corner. This is why I love control. I love being at 1 or 2 life and, like, trying to figure out how do you win this game without losing. You still have to win the game and not lose the game at the same time.
So he's swinging for 2.
Yep.
He's gonna do
Terminate.
terminate.
Yep. Oh, this is like my kind of magic right here. So now he's gonna activate the Escanta. Takes a wow.
Oh wow.
He got something.
Okay. See, that's annoying. That's just annoying.
Oh, I love it. It's so good. I do agree. The attack was kind of greedy because of the snapcasters, but if he needs to have 2 snapcasters though to make it actually matter.
Ritual of Sith, destroy all creatures with CMC 3 or less.
That might have, yeah, you might be right. That might have been a kind of a greedy attack.
It wipes out everything.
See, now the question, once he casts that Jace the Mind Sculptor, now the game has turned.
CMC 3.
The thing is though, Mantis Rider still wins the game. like on the spot. I'm interested that he wasted the bolt there, because bolt was his insurance against not losing to Mantis Rider.
Mm-hmm.
You're hurting.
I guess he has cryptic now though.
I'm at 3. Yeah, this is game 2. So you go. You want to see my last card? You want to see my card in hand?
You picked a good one to move over though. This is a good game.
Help me.
They were the closest. Let's be honest. That's what it was. They were the closest.
Yes, it is your turn. You and me.
All right, meddling mage.
Ooh.
Probably cryptic command.
He also has the ability to copy creatures on board that he controls.
So now he's gonna activate the. Okay, I was interested if he would activate the Tassiger or the Escanta here.
Fantastic.
Ooh, a Ral Zarek. I love it. Please take the Ral Zarek. Please take the Ral Zarek. Or Ral, is it Viceroy, I guess technically it's called? I want him to take it here. Come on.
I want to know
You
what that
want
card.
All right, we're gonna pull it up here. 'Cause I'm excited. And I know Brent's excited at his house.
My turn? Draw Sphinx's tutelage trigger.
So Ral, is it Viceroy? It's a 5-mana planeswalker. Comes into play with 5 loyalty. Plus, you can look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the other one into your graveyard.
Okay.
So it's already kind of fueling the plan that you want. The -3, it does damage equal to the target creature equal to the total number of instant and sorcery cards exiled and in your graveyard. So perfect with a Snapcaster.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, it's ultimate pretty much wins the game. So whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, plus 4 damage target to any target, you draw 2 cards.
Wow. Okay.
That's really
That's
good.
It's pretty good right now.
Oh my god, that's fun.
Yes. He says the Zadok says the poor man's Teferi or the non-white Teferi. Pretty much, like, it's been compared to Teferi in its cost and in what it does.
I mean, it sounds pretty similar.
Let's see though. Like I said, Mantis Rider still wins the game here.
Because unless I swing,
That is not a Mantis Rider.
he swings, we can't determine a winner unless he. Because he has a.
All right, do another sweet sassy tassy.
He also has a
He's gonna go up. He's to look at 2 cards.
tapland that heals him.
Oh.
I take that bolt all day long. Well, the only card he loses to here is the Mantis Rider, and now he has protection against it with the Cryptic and the Bolt. And the Bolt gives him reach to close out the game.
Yeah.
This has been a great game by Josh. I know you hate it. He has the Damnation now in his hand too, even. The best part, though, is he had a Jace the Mind Sculptor in his hand and chose to play a Ral.
I would too. That sounds like
Well, I
fun.
mean, it's proactive. Yes, that's why I wanted to take it too. It's a new card. A lot of insurance in his hand. He has counter spells. He has removal. He has sweepers.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch over to the Grixis team.
It all came down to that turn with the 2 Snapcasters.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's such a narrow thing. I feel like yes, it was a misplay, but we have perfect information, whereas Roger doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, 2 Snapcasters in a hand.
Exactly.
I mean,
He has 4 cards in his hand,
Yeah.
and 2 of them are Snapcasters.
That's.
Like,
I would have done the same thing. Exactly same thing. Tapped. Been sad. Moved on.
Saya's gonna go up. So Druid's card then goes up. Puts a Mind Sculptor into the graveyard. I think he took another Bolt. Attacks. Bolt. Yeah, Bolt.
Well,
So yeah.
Joss has got it.
Wow. Those were some good games.
It's gonna be bridge.
All right, we have the names fixed now.
I'm
So
not
yeah.
allowed anymore.
Yes. Come to the dark side, Gary. Play control.
No.
Next week, I will
Fine.
build you that Grixis deck.
Fine. All
All right, we got him, Brent. We got him. He's gonna play Grixis next week.
I will play Grixis.
Round 1 feature, we'll put you on there playing Grixis control. All right, I'm
Yep.
excited. All right.
See how bad I am
so
at it?
I'm guessing the round is just about over.
Yeah, I think that was the last game.
So
honestly.
we are gonna go out, get another game in here, and then we're gonna be back for our favorite round, the pizza round.
Pizza.
You're missing the pizza. All of you watching this are missing the pizza.
It's Topper's pizza too. Of
I
all
know, it's
things,
good.
like it's such
It's
good
good.
pizza.
All right, so we'll be back here, guys.
Force of Willpower.
All right, so we are back for round number 2, still affectionately known as the pizza round, the best round. So, those of you watching, we have some Counters Company. I figured Ryan was going to be on
Dredge.
on Dredge,
Lucky, yep.
but he is playing Counters Company versus Storm here. So, I'm excited for some Storm. Haven't seen Storm on camera for a while.
Ooh, we got some more viewers too.
Feel free to shout out in the chat. I have the chat pulled up here. Definitely, if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to see, we can try to get it on camera here. All right, so turn 1, Verdant Catacombs, and then we have a Steam Vents for an Opt. So now, usually you'll see a cantrip of some kind on turn 1 from the Storm deck, and then turn 2 is when they're going to play the Brawl or the Electromancer, typically. So turn 1 mana guy out of the Counters Company.
And we got Zodiac saying that his Storm is favored.
Zodiac 32.
Dude, that's yep.
I feel like, yes, like both decks can win on turn 3, but Storm is on the play here. But he did not have a turn 2 mana reducer. Oof, and Ryan with the turn 2 Devoted Druid. So I think he has the combo in hand too. He has the Vizier in hand and a Collect Company, but no way to get infinite. Nothing to do with the infinite mana, I believe.
That's the worst. That is literally the worst thing. Like having that and be like, man, I have all this mana and nothing to use it with. More like no. What? Okay.
So yeah, let's see if he can draw a way to use the mana here. Typically, the Storm deck doesn't have any removal main deck, but he could Grape Shot it. He could play a Desperate Ritual and a Grape Shot to try to kill that Devoted Druid, but that's kind of a waste of a Grape Shot. But not if you're not losing the game.
Yeah.
I thought he was reaching for the Storm counter, and I was kind of excited. I feel like he is. All right.
Yep. Here we go.
So, here we go. Interesting with 2 lands here. So, Storm counter 1. He has a red and a blue. Draws his card. It's land number 3. Spire Bluff Canal. He has a bunch of rituals. He has a Gifts Ungiven. Nope, there's a Baral. Alright, so now he gets to go ritual, ritual, ritual. He has a Grape Shot, so I mean, even he can clear out the board here. Yep, so there's a ritual. So Storm counter 3. Another ritual. Yep. Ooh, he has the Manamorphose too. He actually might be able to win here with this Gifts Ungiven. I think he can win. So he can Gifts here, go get Ritual, Ritual, Manamorphose, Past in Flames, and then just go ham and win.
Okay, we got 6. We're just going to count it up 1.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain he just wins at this point. Especially with the Grape Shot in his hand.
Yeah.
If nothing else, he doesn't lose. Because he can clear the board. If he somehow fizzles, but he shouldn't. So yeah, Ritual, Manamorphose, Ritual, Past in Flames, yep. Wow. So like I said, they're both turn 3 decks, and he was dead on turn 3. Doesn't really matter the cards he gives him. He has mana left over. Yep. Sean doing the math here. Yep, gives him the Ritual. Gives him more. So he has 3 ways to draw cards in the graveyard too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Ritual. Storm comes up to 8. And now he can Pass in Flames. And he has to replay all those rituals. He has to replay the Manamorphose, which will net him mana. He has to draw cards. He has 2 cantrips. He can Gifts again. Like, yeah, so 9, 10, 11, 12. And he can, yeah, it's kind of all over, but the crying at this point.
A little roll, the tear rolling down the cheek. Ugh. Storm decks.
He can filter some ops for some more. He only has to do 17 here. Yep, cast the Passing Flames again. Goes Manamorphose. Draws a card. Oh, he get another Manamorphose. Manamorphose, draws a card. Yeah, another Gifts.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Ryan
two
doing
ops
this-
in the graveyard.
See, Ryan's doing the smart thing. Make him play it out even though he's hating
Yeah.
it.
No, it's like Ryan's he's a pretty seasoned player, so
Yeah.
he knows it's over.
Yeah.
But you're always, like you said, you always make your opponent play it out. He could screw up somehow.
Yep.
So yeah, he's getting the remand. He's getting the.
Doesn't have words on it, but hopefully anyone does.
I think he gets a Noxious Revival, a remand, a Grape Shot, and then any other card in his deck. I mean, I don't think it really matters. If there are cards that he can cast.
Oh. Sean looks like he's missing a card.
He's just trying to decide what the fourth card should be.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get
Another
the
guess.
Grape Shot either way. He has a Metamorphose in his hand still, so he can put the. Yep. So those are going to the graveyard. He has it in his hand already, so now he can just Grape Shot, remand the Grape Shot, kill you. Yep.
By the way, I feel like
So I did not think he was gonna get that without. I mean, he played the Mana Guy the turn he won. Yeah, that was. If he didn't kill him there, he was dead.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain. So yeah, it's just kind of. I think this game's gonna be whoever's on the play. Now they do get some sideboard cards, so like Sean gets typically Lightning Bolts. He'll bring in. Whereas Ryan gets more of his interactive. He gets a little bit of removal. But yeah, I think Storm wins this one, and Sean looks like he definitely knows what he's doing with the Storm deck.
Yeah, he looked like he knew how to play that pretty well.
Seems like he has played this before. I mean, and that was the thing too. There was no downside to him going off there, because at the very least he could clear his opponent's board.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lightning Bolts, Echoing Truth. It's not Echoing Truth.
I love Echoing Truth.
And then it looks like he's bringing in the pieces of the puzzle package.
Who's that?
So typically they'll bring out their Gifts Ungiven, and they'll bring in pieces of the puzzle, because usually people will bring in Graveyard Hate against them. So they will bring in this card to kind of battle it. 2 and a blue, reveal the top 5 cards of your library, and you can put up to 2 instant or sorcery cards, put them into your hand, and then the rest in the graveyard. So it's kind of your way to rebuild without
Okay.
your Gifts Ungiven.
I got you.
Yep, Exotic pointing out, Storm typically brings in the bolts to kind of stop the combo. Yeah, the Counters Company deck has been kind of an end boss at the shop here. Like, a lot of people play it.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably 3-4 players that are playing it. It may be the same deck, and this kind of group kind of passes it around. But it's definitely the popular deck here. Like, if you come and you can't beat Counters Company, you should probably not play your deck.
But
that's
that's
a-
burn tonight too.
Yeah, that's the
Lot
thing.
of
That's the
burn.
thing, though, is it's a deck that can kind of win through the hate cards too, because it has cards like Court of Calling and Collected Company, where like they can do something and you can in response, Collected Company, you can in response Court of Calling, give your creatures protection, get the combo pieces that you need, and the deck plays like 3 or 4 combos in it, so it's really hard to fight against it.
Yeah.
I like the deck a lot. Every time I play it, I just get stomped though. That's just how when I play Magic in general anymore, though. I played last week. As if you guys watched it, you probably found out. I went 1-2 drop. I lost to Mill, to a card I have never ever heard of in my life. I don't even remember the name, but it was a 2-blue enchant player. That I think it was out of Hour of Devastation. That whenever a card would go into your graveyard from anywhere, at the end of turn you put that many cards into your graveyard again. So like a double Mill card. Wow. This is really good. Like Mill is,
It was a curse. It had to
it
be.
was.
Yep.
Mill is a deck that I've always really liked. But anytime I've ever played Mill, like I'll get my opponent to like 2 cards in my library and they'll kill me.
Yeah, it's just one of those decks that always falls
Yep.
exactly short.
It's definitely a mechanic though that I've always liked. Then I played against Travis, round 2. He was playing 8 rack. We had some really good games. I beat him in 3. Then round 3, I played against that new burn deck that's kind of popping up. It's the Runaway Steamkin deck.
Oh, someone played that last week?
Josh Anderson was playing it.
Oh.
Let me pull up the Steamkin. I had a really good chance against him, and then he played 2 Bedlam Revelers against me back to back. So whenever you cast a red spell, Runaway Steamkin gets a +1/+1 counter, and then if it has fewer than 3, and then you can remove 3 to add 3 mana. So there has been some talk of like playing this card in the Storm deck. It's kind of like an aggro way. I don't know what you would ever cut to play that in the Storm deck though.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, I feel like the pieces are there to play it because it has that kind of ritual effect in it, and it has an aggro feel to it. The thing is, they don't play a lot of red spells, other than like their rituals, Manamorphoses. I would like to see someone try it, though. You know the man to try it? Caleb Schur. That's all he does is play Storm on his stream. And I feel like if anyone's going to try it, he will. He may already have played it. Ooh, Zodic pointing out Arclight Phoenix has been really popular in that deck too, that burn deck.
Arclight.
Alright, so Ryan with the turn 1, probably mana guy here. Let's pull up Arclight Phoenix here since we're talking about it. This is a card you will enjoy, Gary. Oh, not the Runaway Steamkin. There we go. So ignore the casting cost on this card. At the beginning of the combat on your turn, if you've cast 3 or more instant or sorcery spells this turn, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield.
Seems good. I love that picture too.
Yeah, so it's the deck has like Faithless Looting's ways to discard cards in your graveyard. Yep. And then you so he has the same play here, turn 1 mana guy. Turn 2 he has the Devoted Druid. So he probably can get a Ritual Grave Shot and kill it here. If he has nothing else to do. That's what I would do. Okay, so Zodic pointing out Caleb has not tried the Steamkin, but does not like it. I feel like it's still a possibility, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it may not be good, but I would like to see someone try it.
I feel like red is definitely getting a lot more.
So he can go Manamorphose Scrape Shot here, which is pretty fair. He's not really going to lose any card advantage off of it here. So yeah, I feel like you have to, though, so you don't just lose.
Yeah.
So Manamorphose, Scrape Shot, kill that. I don't think he had the combo, though. He has a white card. No, he did have the combo. But nothing to do with the mana again, though. So Sean's going to read that, and we're going to pull it up as well here. Let's see. Burrington Forge Tender. A little well-known Kifton card.
So many new. Oh, I do know this card. Yeah, that's a good one to sideboard in.
Yeah, so it protects from the Grape Shot if you would kill the board here because it stops the damage from a red source.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's not a card you can kill, so it can stop him from if you would have played it the turn before that, he could have used it to protect his guy there. I'm not sure how that works with the Storm. I think it only replaces one.
It says from a source.
Effect of it.
Yep, it says from a source. So.
All right, so let's see if he has a Baral or a Electromancer. It's Baral, and just passes. He has a Pieces of the Puzzle, he has a Remand, and he has a Desperate Ritual. So he has the Collected Company mana here. I don't think he has it in his hand, though. I think he has just 2 lands. Draws another Ritual. He's going to go for something here. Probably Pieces of the Puzzle for 2 here. Yep, Pieces of the Puzzle. See what he finds. See if he wants to try to go for it. That lets him look at the top 5. And he can take 2 instant or sorceries. So Ritual, Pieces of the Puzzle, Bolt, and a Sleight of Hand. So you can take another Pieces of the Puzzle. Maybe take a Bolt for protection against dying.
Mm-hmm. Or even just stop the combo if
Yep.
it pops up again. I mean, well, not really, I guess, because he has that Kithkin.
I guess that is interesting. You do make a fair point. The Kithkin does stop the bolt, so maybe you take the ritual instead.
Yeah. So I feel like Storm can't handle dealing with wasting 2 of the burn spells.
Mhm.
Unless you got 2 lightning bolts, then maybe. This Storm face.
I mean, it is good that he hasn't just snap taking cards. Like
Yeah.
you have to feel good as an opponent, where you're not just like, "He just took 2 cards, I'm dead." Like taking the sleight of hand for sure. I feel like you want the other pieces of the puzzle, because that one wasn't as good as it could have been. But she takes both of those, just kind of going for the cantrips and draw spells, and those cards go into the graveyard. So if he does get the Passing Flames, he can get those back. He's gonna slight here. I believe he played the sleight of hand wrong there. He played it as an opt. Don't think it really matters, but
What's sleight of hand? Look at the top 2 cards.
you look at the top 2 cards, put one in your hand. I mean, it's essentially the same thing, because he put one on the bottom and took the other card.
Yeah.
So it's an F and M. Yeah. Don't know that's going to change it, and it was essentially the same thing. Goes to 13 here for Scavenging Ooze. Alright, this is a card that's going to have some play here. Especially if he starts to go off with that
Pass the one.
Passing Flames, yeah.
Such a good sideboard. Starting the ritual.
Alright, so he's putting up, so he plays this right here. Nope, plays it wrong again. Those are sleight of hands, not ops, by the way. Yep.
Okay, what does sleight of hand actually say? I'm curious.
So look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other on the bottom of your library.
Oh, so he's just looking at the top card to say, oh.
Yeah. Like I said, the
I
first
mean-
time he did it, when he put it on the bottom, he was essentially doing the same thing. This time he was playing the card incorrectly. Like I said, though, it's an F&M. I mean, there's no point in me walking out there and telling him.
Eidolon of the Great Rebel.
Yeah, I'm with the bot on that one, Brent.
I think he was trying to tell us about the sleight of hand.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the official ruling is as far as if we can say something or not. So I'm gonna err on the side of not.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
This is going to work against all the great shot copies.
I might just mention something to him after the game. Alright, so he's gonna go for something here, it looks like.
And let the counting begin. 2.
Cast a Searing Blaze targeting you and Grixis Phantasm.
Oh, that's what he was doing, okay. He didn't appreciate your yelling in caps.
Uses ability and exile these 2 cards.
Sean has some great hair, by the way. I'm mostly jealous though because I don't have hair.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to say
I know you were, so I just bashed myself before you could.
Good call.
That's why I wear hats. That's the greatest thing about work is I can wear hats now. I age like 5 years when I take my hat off.
And I go back to when I'm 12 when I wear a baseball cap.
Alright, so I think he's eating a couple cards here. Yep.
Trying to figure out what number he's at here. 6?
So now it's kind of the weird gameless fight. Ryan has 1 green mana left. Or 2 technically, I guess, with the bird. And when does he use it to eat those cards? Because now the Pass and Flames has gone off. When do I use these cards, you know? So now they're in kind of this like quick draw game where like who blinks first. See, let's that resolve. The ooze is more important at this point, I feel like. What is going on?
I think he just flipped over the top card by accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what's going on. So Serum Vision. Draw. I plays this one correctly. Good.
Also, notice something. I don't think anyone on the left except one player has had a mat today.
That's true.
We're in the third round. Second round?
Yes.
Yes, but we watched 3 games.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
That's why we need to get a play map.
John might be getting a Christmas gift. So much math.
Which one?
And I gain 2 life up to 15.
Looks like he did eat a couple cards
And
here.
he gets 2+1.
Alright, so he gets to untap here.
Roger had an Oblivion ring. Play Matt. Oh, Oblivion Stone.
Oh, you are right. At least he did have a play map. And then, yeah, Josh had the Underground Sea. He attacks, so he's going to eat some creatures here. That goes to 11. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green here with a flashback Pass and Flames. Like, this is going to be rough. I feel like I would eat the Pass and Flames like right now, though. I wouldn't even give him a chance.
Yeah.
I said Ryan, no stranger to playing some games of Magic here, though. So I feel like he knows what he's doing. I don't know if I've seen him play this deck in particular, but I know he definitely knows what he's doing here.
He's usually much more of a graveyard player.
So yeah, he's gonna eat the Pass and Flames here. It looks like. So, yeah, eat the Pass and Flames. Now he can respond. These are instants. He can respond with Metamorphose. Like I said, this is why I would have done it on his own turn. Because then he can't lose here because the Grape Shot's a sorcery.
This is in your combat. Yep.
It's a long combo game.
It's
really
great.
long.
I haven't played against it yet.
We might have a game 3 here, though.
Yeah. Who? Okay, so Sean did. I forgot.
Yep.
Who won the first game?
I feel like that Scavenging Goose is huge, though.
Yes, it's definitely a beater. What, a 4/4 right now?
5/5.
5/5. It's a 2/2.
It is. It starts as a 2 mana 2/2. You can pay a green and remove a creature. You get a +1/+1. You can remove any card.
Yep.
But if it's a
creature, you get a +1/+1.
Yep. And gain a life.
pretty.
Card was big in standard. So back when Snapcaster, it was
Yep.
printed for Snapcaster essentially in standard. Alright, so it is gone.
Oh.
Yep, so now he's gonna go to 12 here.
Did I draw for mana morphos?
Spells.
So Ryan managing that scavenging is really well here. So now end of turn, if nothing else, he can just
Yes,
eat,
yeah, I was gonna
eat
say,
random cards.
end of the turn, eat as
But
much as you
your
can.
best spells, yeah. Takes 5 cards here. None of them really matter. So yeah, he's gonna take. So whatever card he takes with the Noxious Revival, he can just eat 2. Because he targets the card, and then Ryan can say, "Nope, you're not getting that card." Don't know that Sean's gonna be able to pull this one out. I feel like he's eating cards here, so it must pass the turn. So he eats
Eats.
creature.
Starts swinging away with it.
Yep. He can eat creatures in his own graveyard too, which
Yep.
is nice. He has a Vizier and a Druid. Just through a Gavany Township. But yeah, you still. I feel like you just want to you maybe eat your one creature. But it doesn't matter. It's 2-turn clock either way.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 mana. Cast a
He's
target.
got enough
I
to.
feel like he's got this game.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I feel like
it's
Ryan
his
got
game
it.
to lose at this point. He's actually probably just gonna eat whatever he targets. Yeah.
I will not hit you. That's my decision.
Yeah. This is Ryan's game to lose at this point.
We'll attack you for 3.
There is a weird outside thing like where he can combo off and kill him without his graveyard, but it's hard to do.
I feel like with that many rituals and stuff in the
All right,
graveyard,
wipe away. Wipe away helps a lot here. So he cannot respond.
Split second.
Yes. So he's gonna take the wipe away. Don't know that that's enough though. Does buy him a turn.
What would you wipe away?
The scavenging
Yeah, I guess.
He's at 3 though. So if he wipes away the scavenging use though, like he can then, if he doesn't kill him, he just Gavany's it in the turn, which makes that into a 2, that into a 1, and he can then kill him
Yep.
that way.
Or after I cast Poison?
No, like you cast puzzle pieces of the puzzle.
Yep.
Oh,
Essentially get
I figured.
you essentially get priority like right away.
Targeting me and my stairs.
Otherwise, like if it's gonna resolve or not. Otherwise, it resolves and then.
So it's going to do 1 damage to one of the Swift Spear, but more importantly, it's going to get a prowess trigger.
So while they're figuring out what's going on here, John does have a league going on right now with the new set.
Yeah, you're in that league.
Yeah, I am
Anyone here
actually.
close to being a judge?
$10, get 3 boosters, make a deck out of it.
Anyone that's a judge here
30-card deck.
can answer judge
Every
questions.
week you buy a new booster, make your deck better. Or if you lose 3 times, which I'm pretty close to.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of limited, but I mean I like the idea of it. I think it's really cool, especially for newer players.
Mm-hmm. I just like discovering cards that way. Honestly, it's I don't have the time to do what I used to do. Was spend all my time looking up search engines for cards. I don't have that anymore. Grown adult,
So I don't think you get to.
so just playing with the cards is nice.
So I'm not sure what the question is here. There's no time where he can target any cards in the graveyard with the.
Noah, you know rules a lot, do you? You know rules well, don't you?
Is he allowed to respond by eating things?
I don't believe there's any time where it matters at all.
And they just materialize.
You can't really. Yep, so I'm gonna
I think they're asking possibly about the split second.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's what he's doing. So he's trying to see if he can. Good catch for there. Trying to see if he can respond to the reveal of the cards, but he cannot.
Oh, gotcha.
No, he cannot respond with a split second. So yeah, it's bounced.
It goes in my hand.
Yeah.
So now he can see if he can go off here, but without a Past in Flames. Alright, so Clutch Company. Oof. Remand. Pretty solid. So he has to draw and he has to draw a trigger off of the. Yep. Good remand there. Would have drawn a Sin Collector. Alright, so the ugly Sin Collector. I love it. He has like this cheesy smile. Like, it's like it reminds me of the Joker, honestly. Let me see if I can find it. Find the specific art.
Modern Masters?
No, it was a FNM promo.
Oh.
It's actually not going to give us the art for it, but yeah, it was. It honestly reminds me of the Joker. The way his grin is, it's just really cheesy grin. There's remanding the Sin Collector. Get a looped draw. So now Ryan can replay the Sin Collector. I feel like, why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 2. It's deciding if he wants to replay the Ooze. But he has the Bolt, but he has the Burn, unfortunately. I think the Ooze is a better choice. This game's had a lot of play to it. Like I said, the sideboard games changed the game a lot. And typically they only play like 1 to 2 copies of Scavenging Ooze, believe it or not.
Mm.
Yeah, and there's obviously he's gonna bolt there.
You can't put out pro red.
Yeah. Yeah.
That pro. Dude,
Bolt
it's in
there.
every game.
Yep. We have had protection from red in every game.
game.
So yeah, he's gonna sacrifice it to stop the. He also could eat 2 creatures to stop it. Have a green up still. It's quite a graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to. That Scavenging Ooze is so powerful, though.
You have how many cards in hand?
I think I would sack it.
I think I would. Okay. You play the Sin Collector. I feel like the Ooze was better, though. Zodic pointing out all different creatures with protection from red, though. Everyone has been different.
That's true.
What will be our next one? I don't think there's another creature that.
I honestly can't even name another creature that is pro red.
Nope, I have no idea.
For some reason, I keep thinking Common Power Driver, but it's blue.
I was thinking Baneslayer Angel, but it's protection from demons and dragons. It's not
a
protection
random
from
pro.
colors. I know. Alright, so he's going to go for it here. Let's see if he plays
Chroma.
the Sleight of Hand correctly. He did
Chroma.
not. Hey, he did that time.
Chroma has pro red. Boom.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Takes the grape shot. A 13-3 here with a Gavany Township.
I saw it as
And he only has 1 blocker, so he needs to kill him this turn. Phyrexian Crusader does have protection from red.
Phyrexian Crusader, what?
There are way too many Phyrexian cards.
It's because it's cool. Pro red and white. That's actually another one I was thinking of. I just didn't know what was named.
Yep. So
Yep.
1 double
Fair.
black, first strike, pro red, pro black, or pro white. If we see this card, I will probably flip the table. I guess Travis does play that in his mill deck, but he's not. I don't know if he's playing that tonight, but that would be great. So he grape shot away the board.
Mm-hmm.
Coco at the end of turn. Alright, this could be the game here. Oh, he got a witness. I think that's game here, yeah. So plays 2 creatures. Gets the Eidolon Rhetoric too, which makes it so each player can only play 1 spell.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna return the Coco. And then yeah, he should be able to just he played it main phase, okay. Not bad. So he gets another turn here. But he has to get rid of the Eidolon before he can even win.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's pretty hard for Sean to get around this.
If I'm Sean, I would probably just concede for time and go to game 3.
Activate.
Yep, goes with the Devony Township activation. He's going to attack. Any combination of creatures are lethal. I don't get why you didn't make your opponent go for the dice, unless Sean has a card I don't know what in his hand. No, okay.
I think he was looking in his graveyard for
Okay.
something to see if he had something.
Alright. Game 3 here. I feel like there's not much time on the clock. Like that took
That was a
long
long combo
Yeah.
game.
But both of these decks, like I said, have a chance to win on turn 3.
Yeah.
Or they could have just long, drawn-out slugfests like that. It's similar to like the burn, where you think it would go really fast, but there's actually like intricacies and things where like these decks that can win on turn 3, like you saw Ryan win on probably turn like 25, 30.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just like every deck that can win 2-3. It's so easy to just
Mm-hmm.
throw them off course.
Yeah.
You just, it's like gust of wind.
That is true. Now, what would we have to do to get you to play Storm?
Storm? Let me have it for 2 weeks and play against someone every day. That's what you would have to do.
Mostly with Storm, you pretty much are gold fishing when you play it anyways. So you're pretty much just going to be gold fishing. Because that's all you do. Oh, Zodic pointing out he did draw the Past in Flames. He probably would have had it if it was not for the Eidolon.
That Eidolon was good.
Yeah, he has no way to really kill that card. He needs a bounce spell. He needs to do it during Ryan's end step. Alright, here we are. Game 3. As Brent and I like to say, this is for all of the marbles, Gary.
There's no marbles on the board, though.
But if it was, it would be for all of them.
What if it was for all the dice? How much dice on the board?
There is. It is for all the dice. All the d20s. So I think he has the combo. Oh, he had the combo, but no land.
It's rough.
Sean looks like he has a bolt, some cantrips, but no mana reducer. Nope, he's going back too. You feel better when your opponent mulligans too.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, I mean, this was done right, but like that's why typically like
First player
the player on the play decides. I mean, you'll see some games like it's casual,
Yeah.
where you'll just be like, I'm gonna mulligan before the other person. You know?
Yep. Every single marble.
Every single marble.
There's no marbles. I don't inside joke? I don't get it.
It's a saying. This
Oh,
is for
I
all,
understand.
this is for
it's
all
a
the
saying.
marbles.
There's no marbles, though.
But if there were, it would be for all of them. If the theoretical marbles existed.
We're moving on. we're moving on.
Every single marble.
So while this is going on, while they're shuffling and doing this... Oh, they're actually starting. Okay, gotcha. They were mulligan. That was a quick mulligan.
They're concerned about time here.
Oh, fair. Fair.
That is a Avacyn's Pilgrim? Possibly. I don't know of much one green creatures. Could be an alternate art. Birds of Paradise?
Manowar Elf. Fawnhorn Elf. Elvish Mystic.
Finhorn Elf isn't legal. Could be an Elvish Mystic.
Manowar Elves.
Wait, I'm saying Finhorn Elf isn't legal.
Oh, yeah. Just one more, I feel like.
We'll see if he taps it for mana here. That passes. Alright.
It's a bird's paradise, Bob.
Oh, it was just
Like, why does it look so brilliant? It's a bird's paradise.
it's just the way the light was hitting
Yeah.
it looked really strange. Alright, so he plays the Duskwatch Recruiter, part of the combo.
0 is still. We're moving on from the marble spreads.
So he's gonna bolt that. Takes a point here.
Has Bird's Paradise ever not been in like a standard format? Is it in more now?
It is not. It has not been since M11
11.
or M12. M11 or M12. It's been a long time. They don't like to give they like to give the 1-drop green creatures that tap for green. They don't like to do much more than that. See, exactly. The light was bad. He did not know what it was either. Coco. No remand here, looks like. If he Cocos into both of them, hit the Vizier. Alright. The Vizier was not the one he wanted to hit, though. Like, if he hit the other one, it would have been great. He has an Electromancer here. This might be the game. Don't think it has anything to do with the mana there. He has a Past in Flames, he has a Ritual, he has a Mana Morphos, and a couple cantrips in the graveyard, but really nothing to like go off. He can start it.
Can't finish it.
That's why I understand bringing out the gifts for the pieces of the puzzle, but like when you resolve the gifts, you pretty much win the game. So I mean, I feel like if there's not a number of gifts in the deck, there still should be. Alright. Cord for 2? Oh, if this is a cord for 2, it's over. Cord for 2. We still need something to do. Alright, you take it back. Still need something to do with the mana, though. Because he can make the infinite, but can't win it. I think he has an Eternal Witness in his hand, though.
I think I did see that too.
If he does, then he can just witness back the cord. Cord for the Duskwatch Recruiter. Or he can just witness, get back the Duskwatch Recruiter from the graveyard and win. Like, I guess... Oh, okay, he's not doing it on his turn because it dies. He's going to do it at the end of turn. So now Sean needs to try to kill him here. He's keeping up Wipe Away. He knows the cord for 2 has there. Kind of showed his hand a bit early there, I think.
Yeah.
Because now he's probably just going to keep up the Wipe Away. Yeah, so cord. Cord for 2. Can't combo in response to the Wipe Away though, even if it didn't have Summoning Sickness. So yeah, you just let this resolve, and then you wipe away the Druid.
Yep, on his turn, right?
Yep. Well, you can do it now. Doesn't really matter.
I guess because it will come and play with Summoning Sickness.
Interesting, alright. Metamorphose. Draws a card. Probably adding 2 blue. Alright, so he's adding cord. Yeah, you just go get the Druid. He's gonna bounce it. You can then replay it. He needs another answer then. And you can't respond to the wipe away. That's why it doesn't matter what turn he does it on, but he's going to do it on his, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not. Yeah, he's going to trigger an activation.
He didn't use the mana, did he? Yeah.
Casting Eternal Witness. Target.
Nope, coming up. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if he could win that game anyways, so. So yeah, Ryan takes it in 3. I feel like that was a slightly early concession. But obviously Sean knows his deck better than you do.
Yeah.
Just
We
literally
should
do
say
whatever
have
you want as long
play,
as you're
like,
close to a
2 or
couple
3
reps.
Are we supposed to play
Yes.
Great, we should use that.
Yeah, we should. I like it.
So yeah, that was some pretty good games there. I feel like we're near the end of the round. So
Yep.
probably nothing to move over here. Gary and I are going to grab some pizza. You guys could too if you were here joining us every Friday at 5:30.
We'll get one for you.
But yeah, we will be back here for round number 3.
wasn't it last week you got like 3 hollow ones now?
Oh wait, you did that against him?
No, I just heard of it.
No, I did it against the blue child.
Wait,
No, I won that game.
how would you lose that game?
But I did lose every other game.
We're actually going to see some Grixis. Oh, I haven't switched here. I'm sorry. Grixis control against Dredge, which I'll fix the names here. Please. Pull the Brent Stearns. Julian Grixis. The weak link, Brent.
Dredge.
It was one of those hands where, like, if there's a land on top,
Those are the best hands.
You're supposed to aim for a real one.
Technical difficulties.
I was so excited about that screen.
Love it. Okay, some control. Some winning that life, 1 life.
I'm hoping so. Hush, Brent. I'm just buzzing. It's perfectly easy sitting in the good chair. Alright, turn 1, Faithless Looting. It's a good start.
Ooh, maybe we're gonna see some.
Alright, so we discarded a Life from the Loam and a Prize Mount. Anderson plays a Polluted Delta and passes. He dredges the Life from the Loam. Plays a Shriek Horn. You know what Shriek Horn is, Gary? Ooh, he hit a Creeping Chill.
Creepy chill. Oh, that card. I feel like this is Ryan's deck. Or the one that Ryan plays. 2! Holy!
Wow.
It's such a good card. Look at that. 6 damage for like nothing.
And a
Crazy.
Narcomoeba.
Oh, what a dredge.
Wow. That was crazy. And he gets a Prize of Malcolm back.
And 6 life.
Wow. Look at that. Oh, it was nuts.
Yeah. You should have saw Ryan do it last time. He literally he won the game because he hit 3 of them. 9 damage, gained 9 life. It was crazy.
I was enjoying my pizza. It was delicious. Went for the sausage and pepperoni.
It's the mac and cheese and buffalo or nothing, Bob.
They're not there anymore.
John.
I'm guessing it was a special for that month.
Oh, maybe. We got some more viewers. We got 6.
Woo! Feel free to pop into the chat. Always up for a discussion.
Tell us how you like Creeping Chill, because it's my new favorite card.
The card seems really good.
I might actually get some after this.
So we have a
Uncommons.
what's the trigger on Fatal Push?
It's the one wherever if a creature goes to the graveyard.
No, if a permanent left the battlefield.
What is that called? Come on, you're the magic nerd.
Revolt?
I don't know if you're right or
I
not.
feel like it's Revolt. Let's take a look here.
feels wrong to say. I'm not used to playing decks that go up.
You're correct.
Yeah, it is Revolt. Yeah, no thanks. Use this information for the win. Things like that are why I work at Walmart. You put all the information in that. Another Narcomoeba and a Prize Amalgam. No, he
like
has
that?
2
You like that?
triggers for Prize Amalgam. Yeah, he's.
Yeah,
John
yeah,
is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
enough.
Okay. Do you like the new Narcomoeba or do you like the old one?
Like the art?
Yeah.
Oh, it's always Future Sight. Every time.
Really?
Every time.
Have you seen the new one?
I have. I love the Future Sight border.
Do you not like Jellyfish?
I mean, I like whatever that Narcomoeba is. Thing.
It's a cloud.
It is. I just love the border for the future sight cards.
Oh, like weird.
I do. I wish they would have kept with that. I think they kind of did it as a like, let's see if players like this because you can see it as you hold your hand out. You can actually see the mana costs as you fan your cards out.
I feel like they try to do some kind of new art.
The thing is though,
style.
like, you can't really. It's like with the back, you can never change the back of a Magic card because now that card is now different than everything else.
Yeah. Well, they tried it with that Egyptian one, which was impossible to read.
Yes. The what is it? The cryptic command. So hard to read. Like I only know it from the art, and it was in a control deck. I like the inventions or whatever they were called, masterpieces. I liked those, but yeah, I didn't like the Egyptian art. It went with the theme, which was kind of nice because it looked all hieroglyphic-y. But yeah, it was very hard to read, and it just looked like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Get some Exodia.
Those creeping chills, spreading them out there.
They're uncommon.
You should just build
They're
mill. You should just
uncommon.
build a mill deck with creeping chills to mill yourself.
There's that card. Whenever you untap, it's like
Mesmeric
orb.
Orb?
Yeah.
That card's expensive though.
Put some creeping
It's
chills
like a
in my deck
$25
too.
card.
See, this is what you should do. Wait, the creeping chill gets exiled. I was gonna say you can play Gaia's Blessing and just keep going through it. Doesn't work.
It does not.
If
You
only.
could pull from eternity
Time to stop.
your creeping chills.
That sounds expensive.
Pull from eternity. It's one and a white.
Sounds good.
I'll show you.
Let's see this combo deck.
You should build this deck.
We're building a combo deck. On air. I still want to make my illness
Bringing
things.
in the right
That's what I want.
It goes to the graveyard though.
No, it doesn't. Well, I guess it still works with Guy's Blessing then.
One white only.
If he has the card.
No. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you should sack your Judge's Familiar to counter that.
Oh, sure. To do what? Give advice? Well, he's telling me to counter my own spell.
Sure.
I knew about this already, which is why I felt like it was safe to do this.
Try not Esper.
Yeah, I got it. Sure. Look at the counter. Yeah. I think we're fine. So I'm gonna move to my end step. I'm gonna put Resolve. I get to search my library for any number of cards that cost me.
Very wide.
I'm gonna find some more cards on it.
See,
I'm also
I
finding a card called
enjoy
Equalizer.
anticipation.
I like to play a different deck every single time because A, it's fun, and B, like your opponent can never like. You sit down across from somebody and you're just like, all right, this guy's playing this.
Yeah.
And you kind of keep hands.
Also, if I don't have any creatures on top and it never
They can't hear the commentary when they.
Oh.
Well, there we go.
Well, we will not use that. I'm sorry, you didn't get to hear my melodious voice.
By the way, this says at the end of each end step, so yours too.
Ooh.
I will pass.
Zodic pointing out Jeff Hoopkins has a combo deck with that Pull from Reality deck card.
Stop it. Get some help.
Stop
it.
Okay,
Get
we're
some
gonna look at
help.
what Creeping Chill does here. 'Cause
Look at you,
it's like
growing. Look at you.
it's my new favorite card. Like, I don't even know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because of Ryan, so good job, Ryan.
Put to a graveyard from the library, you may exile it. If you do Creeping Chill, does 3 damage to each opponent, and you gain 3 life. Wow. Alright, looks like Julian hit our face cam. There we go. Thank you, sir. Thank you to whoever just fixed that.
It's even more intense than Josh's face. I don't know. I still feel like Mesmeric Orb would be pretty good in with Creep and Chill. Because you can put Narconemas and have a little Sidewind. Because if you hit all 12, what? 3 of them. It's 12 damage right there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All 4 of them, I guess.
Also gotta remember you're running 19 lands, so you might just not get it.
I'd be in favor of that. Alright, so we're good. Leave it there.
The box was acting up.
Fetch for a black source shock.
Oof, turn 1 Thoughtseize.
I can't mold to that.
Alright, so you have a Cryptic, Logic Knot, Opt, Lightning Bolt, Snapcaster? Yeah.
Ooh, I'll take that.
I take the Snap.
I'll take the Cryptic.
I take the Snap.
Really?
Yeah.
Thoughtseize gets rid. Like, is it discard or is it exile?
Discard. So the
Yeah, I'll
Snap.
take the Snap.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was exile.
Like, there's an argument to take the Cryptic because Snap Cryptic doesn't happen until turn 6, but
It's fair.
yep, takes the Snap.
Good choice.
Almost every single time you take the Snapcaster. Alright, plays a Fielder Ruin after the turn. Copperline Gorge, probably gonna get a Sting Vents based on the colors in the fan. Yep, just gonna cast an Opt here. Yep, here comes the Opt. Oof. Thinking, was it a black card? Let's see what it was here. No, another Field of Ruin. Interestingly enough, though, he can Field of Ruin and go get another island. Which he's going to do here. Usually Burn plays 2 mountains. Or Dredge plays 2 mountains.
Can I hit any line or just it's basic? Oh, good.
Okay, yeah, we're going to Field of Ruin. Basic land. Ooh, goes into Swamp. No basics? Wow, okay.
Are they in his hand?
Maybe they could be in his hand, yeah.
It's rough. Looks like there's 1.
He may only play 1 mountain. I know in mine it played 2, but obviously they may have had to make room for the keeping field. They may have cut on other cards.
You see Josh's face just bright up. He's like, I have another field.
Field being the role of Strip Mine here.
Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize. Alright, so the card on top was a Unmoored Ego. Ah, he's not going to get to cast it. So yeah, now he can just feel the way the other land
Actually,
here.
just pulled one of those in my league set. Boosters.
So yeah, he did have the mountain in his hand.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like you're just fielding for an island here.
Yeah. I mean, you get rid of a land, too, at this point. It's crazy.
Yeah. Unless he... Yeah, I think you're just fielding. Yep. Yep. So now he has to shuffle. But now Josh gets to go get a island. So you now turn those Fielder Ruins, those colorless lands, into a blue and a black. I wanted to see that Unmoored Ego, though. I'm kind of sad. But you could see him. That's the card he thought about on top for the Opt. You dying? Okay.
Another field.
Oh, just a beating. There we go.
Ooh, what is that?
I am not sure.
New card.
It's an artifact. Help us out, chat.
Let's just go to game 3.
Nope, it's gone. It.
He countered it, so. Alright, so Josh takes game number. So, very interesting way he won that one, though, because, like,
The field, yeah.
just the field ruins, like.
Well, that's such good information, too, because he knows he only plays one mountain.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm going to field everything I possibly can now.
I'm interested to see how many copies of Field of Ruin. He plays at least 3.
Yes.
I'm interested to see if he plays 4.
I don't think he plays 4.
I feel like 3 is the correct number.
Yes.
Because you're a 3-color deck.
Yeah, you don't want too much colors.
And you don't want to play too many basics. Like, you don't want to... Because you have paths to worry about and things like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you just playing Death and Times? This isn't shit bears.
No idea. Thanks, chat.
Good enough to logic knot, though. Fair enough. I mean, he could have just logic knotted just to,
Well, he
say,
did.
like,
Yeah, he did logic on it. I mean, you're countering any spell at that point.
At that point, yeah, you already have control. You have control.
You're going to like this deck, Gary.
I'm going to feel bad for playing it.
Plays one of my favorite creatures. Tassiger the Golden Fang. Do you know what that card is?
I know it's a vampire and it's black.
It's not a vampire.
Yeah, he is.
I don't think he's a vampire.
Pretty sure he's a vampire.
I don't think he's a vampire.
I have no idea, so.
We'll find out.
Hope he's a
I
vampire.
feel like he's not a vampire, though.
Could be wrong.
A shaman.
Oh, he's a human shaman.
Who
looks like a vampire.
He's not a vampire. He just doesn't like the sun.
He literally looks like a vampire.
So most of the time you play him for 1 black. But the fact that this part is nice, late game, you can pay 2 and 2 blue and put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. And then your opponent chooses a non-land card to return to your hand.
From your graveyard.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even have to be, okay. Doesn't have to be those 2 cards.
So typically you delve away all of like your cantrips and things you don't want. So that they're giving you back lightning bolts, thought seizes, damnations, cryptic commands, snapcasters, stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
The only thing is the top 2 cards could be something you don't want.
Yeah.
Alright, so Mulligan here. He's gonna scry.
So that's a lot of land, it looks like.
I was so excited we found that screen, but now we can't use it.
Your sideboard screen?
I feel like we can use it for like the heads up thing.
It's true. We could just use it for like an intro.
There we go.
Like show them, show the players. Give them a little spotlight.
Josh. Julian.
Dun 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 dun. You need a little theme music.
Yep. We need music. I don't know what kind of music that was. It's like 80s video game music.
Okay, well.
I'm here
Enter
all week.
Mario.
I'm here all week. My album is on sale on iTunes.
Liar.
Bob does video game music. That's the name of it. Poorly. Shriekhorn. Let's see if we can have the 6 Shriekhorn again.
What does Shriekhorn do?
Let's pull it up here. While he. Ooh, hits a creeping shell.
Oh, creeping shell.
Shriekhorn.
Does it make you? Oh, okay.
It enters the battlefield with a certain number of counters on it.
3.
Then yeah, you can tap, remove a charge counter to middle top 3 or top 2. That was a excellent song of my intro music. Alright, goes against a water grave here. Let's see if we can see that Unmoored Eagle go off.
I don't understand why that card's so good. Like, I read it multiple times and I'm like...
So it was a card that was kind of hyped in the control because it's a cheaper cranial extraction.
Okay.
The card has not seen any play though. I tried it last week.
It keeps getting removed.
It does. It does. I would like to see one resolve though. to see what it could do. I feel like you would go after. It's a graveyard spell, which is nice too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you would go after the. Another creeping chill. They're so good.
It's 3
Card is
damage.
so
Like,
good.
I don't understand why it's an uncommon. Like, I really don't.
Especially in the dredge deck, it seems really, really good.
Yeah. Because they're gonna hit more than one. Because they're
Right.
dredging for like 6 of them. Look at
Another one.
Look at Julian. Like, I'm just gonna celebrate that I hit 3.
Also, this is
You're gonna gain it all the life. It's at 29. Little thumbs up for the camera there.
no. I like this better.
It's so rough.
He only has 1 left to hit though.
Does he actually have to run 4 though?
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. Like,
Card is bonkers.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely see if John has any after this. I don't even need them.
I have so Gary, I have everything for dredge except for the creeping chill.
I don't even want to play Dredge. I just want to make a deck around those. Like,
But
I
you
know
could play
they're
Creeping
one-shot
Chill.
cards, but I don't even care. They're cool.
All right, so he goes and gets. So he has the mountain in play though, so those fields are on right now. Not that it'll matter in this game, but man, that's some good stuff. Card seems really good.
Yeah.
Oh, Zonic chiming in here. He plays 4. Asked him last time. So yeah, I don't know why you would not play 4 of that card, but. Alright, so he opts to draw here. Discard Golgari Thug and a Narcomoeba. Passes to Josh. Josh fetching again here. Down to 9. No creatures in play. Down to 9.
They're so good. So good.
Oh, doesn't want to play crypt. I feel like he wants to steam that too. Especially if he has a cryptic in hand or a logic knot. That's the thing about these 3-color decks though, is you gotta be careful how you fetch. Because we saw that one game where he didn't fetch correctly for the cryptic.
Yep, and he realized it. Yep.
He probably had a logic knot in hand, is probably why he went that way.
I think I see one.
Nope, no logic
Wow.
knot.
Got Snapcaster though.
That front card might be a logic knot, I can't tell.
Down to 8.
Typically would be at 17 if it wasn't for those creepy
See,
kills.
The Dredge. He has a prize down. Why didn't he put a prize in?
Surprise Amalgam only triggers if a creature enters the battlefield.
Oh, okay. So he needs a Bloodcast, basically. Or
Bloodghast or Narcomoeba to come in.
yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, at the end of turn, if a creature was put into a graveyard from play, or put into play from a graveyard. Unmordigo! Let's pull this up. Finally, we get to see it. Probably, yep, naming the prize amalgam. So Josh with all of the Guilds of Ravnica cards here. Makes me happy. So 1 a blue and a black. Choose a card name. Search target opponent's graveyard. This is the key card. Graveyard, hand, and library. For up to 4 cards with that name, and then exile them. Then that player shuffles their library.
Then draws a card for each card.
If it comes
exile.
from the hand. Only from the hand.
Oh, what?
So if it takes it from their hand, they get to draw a card.
That player.
Like, say he had a prize amalgam in his hand, and it got exiled.
Oh,
with
from their
that.
hand. Okay, I misread that card completely. Then I understand why it's good.
I feel like Creeping Chill would be bad, Brent. But he probably could lose to it. Saying Creeping Chill.
I mean, we've been shouting Creeping Chill all day.
Prized Amalgam seemed like the correct name. But when he loses to that 4th Creeping Chill, he'll wish he had named it. I'm excited to see that. That is the first time I've seen that card cast.
You know what card I haven't seen cast? Assassin's Trophy. I've
No,
yet to see anyone play that card.
Brent and I were talking about that, I think during the Standard tournament, how that card was so hyped, even in the Standard decks. Like that Golgari deck was playing, I think, 1 copy in the main, 1 on the side. Vraska's Contempt is better.
No, where's the 4th one?
What is it called?
He's got Stinkweed though.
It's the one that does -2/-2 and they gain 2 life. It was way better. 2 mana, -2/-2, and you gain 2 life.
Is it from the new set?
Yes. Oh, it was from it was, I think, a vampire card. It's something to do with like sucking someone's blood, eating, something like that. I don't know.
Good description.
Brett knows it. He probably doesn't.
Blood gas,
but-
2 of them.
There's the blood gas. A little late though. Those prize amalgams are gone.
I mean, he's at 8. they're still have
Moment of Craving. That's the card.
Moment of craving.
Moment of Craving. People were playing this card over I think the Assassin's Trophy. It was really good in the Esper deck. Let me pull that up here since we're talking about it. Moment of Craving. See, vampire. He's hungry. Made sense in my brain.
Association.
And it is a vampire. Target creature gets -2/-2 and you gain 2 life. Like people,
pretty good.
This card was sick all day in that Esper deck, and a lot of the decks were playing it just because it kills a lot of the big creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Or a lot of the good creatures. I shouldn't say big creatures.
The game changers.
Oh, I see. He has that Jace in his hand, which he could play here.
I don't think it really helps him though.
It doesn't. I feel like you're jamming probably a Static Caster. Because the Static Caster will keep the blood gas in check every turn.
Okay, so this is the worst part. So Julian's deck is probably pretty thin. There's one creeping thing in
He's
there.
at
He just
4.
needs swings with
He's at
one.
4.
Yeah, like.
But like I said, the Static Caster is going to keep those blood gas in check from now on. Because as soon as they come into play, he can just tap and does 1 damage to each creature with the same make him in there. Just yeah. But that does shut off all fetch lands though.
Dredge with the.
Narcomoeba.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep. There's
So
another
fetch
one.
lands are off now. And you can't even counter this. It's a replacement effect.
Yeah.
You're not even casting it, like it's just replacing.
You got a Narcomoeba and a yeah.
So now fetch lands are off.
He's at 1.
Putting shock lands
He
into
can
play are
swing.
off.
Yeah.
He has, like I said, he has the Static Caster though. Should have named the Creeping Chill. I think you were right, Brent. Yeah, he's gonna go to combat. Yeah, he's like, well, what do you got here, Static Caster? That's what I got.
This card doesn't matter.
Yep, tap. If he does get a land though, he's got him because he can return the blood gas. He has the Narcomoeba as well, and he still has a turn 8. But if he wins this game at 1,
Nope, he's got it.
what did he have? Yeah, he had the
Fireball.
Yeah.
Flashback card. Can't think what it's called.
Conflagrate.
Correct.
Alright, so Julian takes that one.
Keep it chill.
So
Hard.
Julian Curtis with Dredge and Creeping Chill. Card seems good. Yeah, I guess he should have named Creeping Chill. I don't know that it would have mattered.
What? I mean, it would have stalled, I guess.
It would have. Yeah, so we're going to see if we can get another game moved over. That one went kind of quick. Otherwise, we'll be back here for our 4th and final round. Probably going to see some Dredge versus maybe some Collected Company, depending if Ryan won. But yeah, we'll see what we got out there. If not, we'll see you guys for round 4.
And then
I would like to attack. Oh, now I've got two. We're gonna double it there. I really like dropping sure I am something. I'm then gonna attack for one and one play cost. Would you consider it mono-blue-tron?
for some reason this isn't
I'm then going to pass.
showing up
How
here.
grindy of a match is not very
I played it ever since.
All right, so we got the mic figured out here on our new screen here, so we're gonna try to use this in between games. So we're gonna go round number 4. We're gonna see the Dredge deck again with the Creeping Chills versus the Burn deck that we saw round 1. So Burn doing really good. There's been 3 times. We're having a good time with the dice roll here.
Let's get
Head on down to the feature table here.
Boom.
They must have rolled a lot of doubles there.
It's actually an interesting little game here.
Yes. The Creeping Chill's still gaining the life.
It's gonna be such a hassle.
Will matter quite a bit.
Going for the fetch and the untapped.
All right. I feel like I still like the Dredge deck though.
Yeah.
I've been very, very impressed. Like Dredge has already been good, but the fact of adding that Creeping Chill, like giving them a way to gain life and have reach damage, seems really good.
It's not a reach damage. It could be a game damage.
Well, it is. I'm just saying it was like that nice way to close out the game, where like they had the conflagrates before, but just like I said, gaining that little bit of life seems so good. All right, chat. What's your prediction here? Which side do you want to be on?
Going Dredge.
I feel like Dredge too.
Yeah.
I feel like Dredge.
I just that creeping chill is way too. It's way too good.
I may have to look at purchasing some just because I have everything else for Dredge.
I honestly, it's a card that I probably overlooked. I probably have some. I don't even know.
I'm gonna look through my stuff. I still have stuff in my car from Brent. Yeah, Zodic with the Dredge prediction as well. Turn 1 guide though. That's if he's gonna win the game, it's gonna be a turn 1 guide, turn 2 burn spell.
Mm-hmm.
Turn 2 double burn spell would be even better. No creeping chills.
But 2 stinkweeds.
Yeah. No creeping. If he can do a
Veith is looting. That's 10 cards.
Yep.
Right here.
All right, let's see if creeping chill count. We should just have a little like tally mark of creeping chills. All right, Prize of Malcolm's good.
None there.
No creeping chills though.
Okay, well, try again.
Bloodgas is good. He hasn't played his land yet.
Another prize.
All right, so if he hits a land here, which he should have a land, especially if he dredged there, double Bloodgas, double Prize of Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
There's the discard. There we go.
There's
Triggers. Triggers, and we get 2 delay triggers here. Yep, so 2 delay triggers. So pretty good turn 2. Like I said, burn doesn't really. I mean, it's gonna be a race here. So it passes the turn, untaps. So the guides, I guess they can attack because the Bloodgas can't block.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can go Spike Bolt here, attack, that's nice. Puts him to 7. Then he can go Brostrom, Lightning Bolt. So he has him dead in 2 depending on the cards in his hand. He does have the Brostrom. There's another Goblin Guide too. Along with a... See, Ryan, I was telling me in between rounds here, he's played 2 Burn Mirrors.
It's crazy.
Alright, so he's going to Searing Blaze. Yep, so 3 up top, so it goes to 12. Attack with the guide, puts him to 10. Does get a land.
Yep.
I don't know if you can choose not to take the land, though.
Was it a land though? Oh yeah, it was a land.
No, I don't think you can choose not to take it. Let me look at Goblin Guide here. Not a Gobin Guide. Good old Gobin Guide.
Yep. No, you can't. Has to go in.
If it's a land card, that player puts it in hand. Yeah, so he should have taken the land. Obviously, like I said, F&M doesn't really matter that much. But
Mark Neva. Keeping crate. Oh, there it is.
there's check mark 1. That's gonna undo some damage here.
Ryan already hating it. Stupid creature. Melting to himself.
Yeah, I mean, you switched your life totals there. 13 to 10, swapped it.
Well, it's just another lightning bolt he has to waste too. It's
Yeah, now he gets another delayed trigger off of the. There's 2 Narcomoebas. And that's
another prize, yeah.
And that's lethal. Next turn.
Yep.
Deck is nuts. I'm very impressed with it. Oh, he has 2, so that's 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, 14, 15.
And he still has another stink with him to go through. Another creeping chill.
Check mark. So we're going 7, 16.
Another one. You're kidding me.
Oh, so 4, 19.
Is he gonna hit the 4th one? Nope. Okay.
Oh, he hits a conflagrate though. And look at this. Oh, that is nuts. This is the first time I've seen it. You guys got to obviously watch it last time on stream. This is the first time I've seen the card, and it has been nuts.
Yeah. Well, when me and Brent were first starting, we didn't even know the card was either because it was outside. We're like, what is happening right now? We're like, 9 damage? Where's this coming from? And yeah, it was weird too. And it was funny because I asked Brent, I'm like, what? Is there any cards from the new set that put in the set?
I have to read this card again. I don't think you can even stop it. I don't think you're casting.
It's stifle. Is like the only way I can.
Yeah, because I don't think you're casting the card.
Nope. It's when it goes to graveyard from.
When Creeping Chill is put into your graveyard from your library, you may exile it. If you do Creeping Chill, you're never casting it, so you can't even counterspell the card.
Rest in peace. Here we go.
Wow. Wow.
How much are those going for right now?
Let's see here. That is a good question.
And it looks like Julian got the first game.
That is the one upside Burn definitely has against this deck. Its ability to just turn 2 or turn 3, rest in peace, and just not care about the rest of the game.
You can get a set for $1.43.
That's crazy.
We're gonna buy some.
Literally, Bob is buying some right now.
I feel like I have some.
It's.
I'm gonna wait and check them. I'm gonna buy some if I don't find any in the car later. Because I mean, I feel like that's a card I want to have.
It's gonna go up in
price. And I have
like
Dredge, so
yeah.
Why not? But yes, if not, I'll be buying some later.
I probably have some. I don't even know.
See, Dredge is a deck that I have owned. No, Brent and I both have owned for a while. I've never played it in a tournament. Mostly because I don't like how large. It's a really stupid reason. I don't like having a untidy graveyard.
If you guys ever play against Bob, make sure you have one whiteboarded land.
Well, it's just trying to figure out your graveyard and have it all sorted out. You want to see everything, like, I don't know, it's too much work. Although I play Control. We have like 85 lands.
It's just.
I know.
I'm so nitpicky about decks.
I am. Aesthetics. You should see me play Minecraft. It's the same way. Like, I can't go into a room and if like there's one block. Brent used to do that to me. Is he would just throw random blocks down on the ground.
That's wonderful.
It was awful. I hated it. We randomly like take a chunk out of the wall. So then you have to like put the right material back into that spot. It doesn't look right.
What does Ryan have to even sideboard and stuff?
Yeah, Brett was mentioning in the chat here, if he has Rest in Peace in the sideboard, he does have white, so sometimes he will play Rest in Peace. Another card he could have, he doesn't have Rest in Peace, would be Relic of Regeneratus.
I don't know what that is.
Let's pull it up.
I think it's almost as though they didn't think.
So it's 1-mana artifact, tap to exile a player, or pay 1, exile Relic, and exile all cards from all graveyards, draw a card. So that's kind of if you don't have the Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace is obviously better, but this is a card that he probably could have if he doesn't have Graveyard Hate. He did tell me, which is surprising since he's won both of the Burn Mirrors, he does not play any Core Firewalkers in his sideboard. He doesn't have that card.
Does it have trample?
I think he kind of stole that game against Ethan though, because of the land.
Yep.
But yeah, we saw how good Core Firewalker was. So Ryan, if you're watching this later, I would buy some Core Firewalkers. Card seems really good. Yeah, 3 burn decks tonight. I think we had 3 mill decks.
Really mills.
Yeah. Mill is a popular archetype around here. I hate playing against it.
I feel like it's one of those archetypes that like everyone wants to be good, but it always just falls slightly short of getting those games in. Because it's always like 1 or 2 cards that that's in their deck, and they're like, well, I'm gonna swing for lead.
Yep.
Okay, well, good game.
That's why you play 61 cards.
Yep.
You can win the game.
I should learn that from you.
I won a control mirror with my opponent having 0 cards in his library, and I had 1. We literally played the game. You would hate this. It was a blue-white control mirror.
Awful.
With Elixir of Immortality. No, it wasn't. It was before Elixirs. It was Sphinx's Revelation, Supreme Verdicts, Aether Links. They were all gone. And I won the game. He had 0 cards. I had 1.
That's awful.
It was the greatest game I've ever played.
That's awful. No, that seems.
It lasted like an hour and a half.
I just no. No.
That was after I had worked 10 hours and been up since 3:30 in the morning. It was a Theros game day. And then the opponent that I played said that he would split with me, but I beat his friend. Then he's like, we're going to play. And then I crushed him in 2. It is one of my favorite playmats. Actually, it's the turn 1 Goblin Guide again. Alright, and Faithless Looting. Yep, good start. So, see if he has any dredgers in the graveyard here. Stinkweed Imp. And did he have to discard a Creeping Chill?
It looks like it.
It does look like that. So he's not going to get quadruple Creeping Chill.
I think he has one in his hand too.
It was last minute that we decided to play. Brent and I played a control mirror once that we did not even finish a game.
That's sick.
We went to time in game number 1. We both had Elixir of Immortalities that lets you pay 2 and you shuffle your graveyard into your library and you gain 5 life. We actually had a counter war over an Elixir of Immortality. Like, we went to time, went to turns, and we had not won. Neither one of us won a game. It was a draw. It was awesome. It was a great game.
Elixir of Immortality is a pretty good card though.
It was a lot of fun. We both had Aetherlings out.
Well, the Goblin Guide.
And a Suspended Riftbolt. That is also one of my favorite games, that game against Brent. It was standard, control mirror. He was playing Jeskai, I was playing Esper. And we just haymakers back and forth. I ended up scooping to him, though, because he made it to top 8 if he would win that game.
Okay.
Like, he got paired down, so, I mean, why would I not let him in? He ended up top 8ing that tournament, though. He lost right away, but top 8ed.
Got a prize in the graveyard there.
No blood gas yet. Down to 10, but like we've seen last game, those Creeping Chills can turn the game right around.
Yeah. Hit 2 of them. That's...
They're a free Lightning Helix.
That's the issue with it. I drew one of what? Creeping Chill. Very annoying.
I've been very impressed by this Dredge deck.
Technically, I drew 2.
Alright, so he's got Collective Brutality. Discarding a creep. So he has Creeping Chill and a blood, or not, Stinkweed Imp. He's going to -2 that. He's going to gain -2 +2. So -2 to him, +2 to him. And look at his hand and take a. This card's really, really good against burn. Because all 3 of the modes are relevant. Takes the Brostrom. Yep, seems like the correct choice. So now he's killed the Goblin Guide, gained 2 life, and taken. So he's basically gone up 8 damage. Just with 1 spell.
Does Sundering Titan say remove or put all your graveyard or your library into the graveyard?
That's you thinking the wrong card.
Sundering Titan?
Sundering Titan, when it comes into play, you choose a land of each basic land type.
Oh, okay. What's Leveler?
Leveler is half of the library into the graveyard, I believe.
Creeping Chill, Bob. The Leveler.
Leveler is modern legal.
I know. Just so
5 mana, 10/10.
Oh,
Or
movie
remove.
of the-
I was like, man, if you got something here, I will buy you levelers.
I will level all day.
That would be great. No creeping chills. He is 2 in the graveyard though, so let's see if he can win a game without creeping chills. Is he up 4?
Yeah.
Oh, because he helixed. Okay.
Yeah. He's been goblin guiding and bolting.
So he's casting a light on the loan. You're getting back 2 lands.
You have a burn spell.
There's a Rift Bolt in his hand. Oh, Lightning Bolt.
Bolt.
Yep, and his
Yep.
attacks. Yep, so Ryan takes that game. Like I said, there were no creeping chills cast, and you see what happens.
Yep. I wonder what he took out the creeping chills for. Like, what he replaced it with the creeping chills.
Brent says that was almost a combo game.
So close.
You could traumatize yourself.
Good. I'm trying to think of like because it's 12 damage if you can get all 4 of them out in your graveyard. You just need to do 8 damage. That's not hard. Play some burn.
Red, black, mill, burn.
Yeah. Mill myself burn.
See, this is your goal here. You must find a deck to play. Too bad it's not a common. You can play a pauper.
We don't. Yeah.
He said there's no pauper anyway.
Yeah. Built my awesome wall deck thing.
It is undefeated.
It's so good. I love my walls.
They do have Legacy on Tuesdays now. They had 12 this past Tuesday. So if you have a Legacy deck, come on down. I believe it's 6 o'clock?
Might be 5:30.
5:30, 6 o'clock, somewhere around there. You should always give John a call. We can otherwise check out our Facebook page. It'll have all the information for it. But yeah, they had 12, so hopefully we can continue to grow that. Legacy is a very fun format for a Legacy deck. You definitely don't need to spend a ridiculous amount of money. Obviously, if you have the dual range, it's going to help. But there are decks that are fairly inexpensive, like Burn, that you can play. But yeah, hopefully it continues to grow. There is the, I think, Standard Showdown tomorrow as well.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
Yep. Oh, Brent pointing out you can also use Bump in the Night in your burn deck. It's a Black Lightning Bolt. Target opponent loses 3 life and you can flashback it.
Interesting. Flashback for like 6.
Hey, late game though. Alright, there's a Shriekhorn. No creeping chills though.
I like how we're just excited to
I
see
know.
the
Like
creature.
I said, we need like a little creeping chill counter.
That's full free bolt.
Alright. There's the...
Nakamoeba?
No. Well, it's not. It is a...
Yeah, he's dredging the Steam Queen. Oh, there's one.
Cathartic Reunion. I can't think of the name of that card. The right card that he used to discard. Alright. Another one.
2.
14.
Look at that, 6
26.
damage.
And Dredge another one.
Life.
2 and 3. Another Stink Queen in the yard though. Creeping chill count 2. Ryan with no turn 1 Goblin Guide this time though. I think that was a Rest in Peace. If it was, he better cast it. I feel like you'd be slamming it if it was, so it may not. Nope, it is. Rip. Alright, so now, Creeping Chills, I believe, let's look at the wording of it here. I don't think it will trigger with the Rest in Peace because it would not actually go to the graveyard because it's a replacement effect. Yeah, so we put in the graveyard, so it would be exiled by the effect, I believe, of the Rest in Peace, but I am not 100%. It depends on. It's something about like time stamping and replacement.
When creeping chill is put into your graveyard, so it has to hit the graveyard first.
Yes, so I think in Rest in Peace reads. If a card would be put into a graveyard, exile instead. So I don't believe it would trigger the Creeping Chill. So yeah, so he's on the hardcast Stink Weekend plan. Chat, feel free to chime in if you think I'm wrong. It has happened once or twice in my life. I am right.
You were correct.
Thank you, chat god. The chat is always right.
So customers are always right?
Yep. And an Ensnaring Bridge.
Oh.
So the answer is yes.
It's a good card. I need some of those. Yes, so yeah, would never see the graveyard because of the replacement effect. He can still hardcast them. They do have a casting cost. Seems real bad, but you can still do it. Alright, there's the Bloodghast. Hardcast.
Ryan might pull this off.
I believe Julian is at 26, though.
Yes. Yeah, the dice is right there.
Yes. I say, he does not look as excited as he has been the past few times, though. I bet you he has not brought in any way to deal with the enchantments, probably. Nope, he does have a Nature's Claim, it looks like, at the top there. I'm pretty sure that's a Nature's Claim. If it is, that's real good. Does not have green mana currently, though. I think that's a Black Cleave Cliffs and a Blood Crypt.
Anger the Gods.
All the exile effects. Red for a bolt upstairs. 23. Has a fetch land. I don't think that can get a green source though. No, it can get an Overgrown Tomb, I guess. Another rest. No, that was a Lady Helix. Okay, that was another Rest in Peace. Shoot the Helix. Oh, Brostrom. 19. Pass. Brutality. To 11:21. Just one mode. I think now we do the other Rest in Peace.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Gonna play it? Yep.
Yeah. So now that Nature's Claim is off. The thing is, though, he has all of the protection. He still needs to kill him. And he just do the green source. So now he can Nature's Claim. I think he saved it, though. I don't think he would do it yet. There it is, the hardcast Stinkweed Imp. Alright, there's a bolt. He's a bolt and a helix. So Julian at a virtual 15 here. Or 18. I think Ryan might get this one here.
Yeah. 2.
He needs to get rid of both Rest in Peace, or just Ryan needs to draw very poorly. Hardcasting 1/2s and 2/1s isn't going to do much, especially once he can empty his hand within his Ensnaring Bridge. this, he's probably going to fire off the Helix at the end of the turn here. Going to 14, 14, even.
Isn't Snaring Bridge says it's equal or less? Or is it?
Equal to. Well, like, say he had one card of 1/1 could attack.
Okay.
Or a 0/0. I guess. So that's why a lot of players will like try to attack with their Noble Hierarchs, because the Exalted happens after the creature has been declared to attack. So Noble Hierarchs can still attack.
Creature power greater than the number of cards in your hand cannot attack.
Yep. I need to get me some of those. Even though I don't play Magic. But
They're so good.
Eidolon. Interesting. I don't think he fired off the Helix at the end of the turn.
I don't think he has cards in his hand, so you.
No, he has one card.
Okay. So then, yeah. Yep. Oh, I see it.
Gonna flex his little swap.
Narcomoeba. What are you doing? Pass. There are 2 rest in pieces out. That's what I'm doing. I believe it. I probably fucked up somewhere massively.
Alright, suspending a Rift Bolt. It, I'm interested that he
Didn't use that.
played. I guess he has the Helix though. I'm interested that he played the Eidolon. Like, typically you don't want to play the Eidolon when you are behind.
Oh.
Alright, so Nature's Claim on the Eidolon. 14. Ryan should gain 4 life here. I believe that's on Julian to remind him. Yeah.
Collective brutality. Just draining.
Alright.
Pass.
Oh, before I go to Helix, it's Sticky Dip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bolt.
I don't know that it matters, but he should be at 15.
Oh, he's got Anger of the Gods in his hand.
Just drawing all the answers.
No kills though, man.
I know,
no
he needs burn. That's the thing, sometimes you just draw all of your sideboard cards and they're good, but you still need to win the game.
Yep.
That passes.
This is such an interesting game.
It is.
It's
I feel like
a
Ryan has
stalemate,
it, but he's just
but
not
it's
drawing anything.
It's a stalemate. It's taken.
Oh, drew another land.
Oof.
He could pull. Is he gonna pull this out with a Narcomoeba? Like,
He's got an Anger of the Gods. He's gonna have to play. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Fine. Get rid of all my stuff.
He does have a Conflagrate, which you can hard cast for the XX damage.
Should be 2.
Yeah. Draw 3 cards.
Bloodghast.
Bloodghast, and you can hard cast the. I wish you bet you wish it had that anger. But this can't attack through the Ensnaring Bridge.
Yep.
The Bloodghast cannot either. Just Ryan on the I'm going to mill you out plan. How great would this game be if it ended with him milling?
If a burn deck milled.
Yeah. I would love every second of this. Please happen. He just sits behind the Ensnaring Bridge and then just mills him out.
Julian knowing everything. He's like, yep, go.
Plays a Goblin Guy. Cannot attack. Play that land. Yeah. No cards in hand.
Goblin Guy has a haste, right?
But he can't because of the Ensnaring. Nope. Alright.
Is it each play?
It's equilateral.
Oh, it is. It sure is. Huh?
Alright, well,
Get that game done
we
faster.
we are innocent bystanders. I would agree. Sir. Saying you want to keep both the Conflagrates as reach cards.
Why would I dredge him when I get hard cast stink?
Especially since creatures can't attack, and Ryan will never have a hand ever again.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's on the I'm going to mill you plan, and it's going to be great.
I had exact damage left in this deck.
What did you draw?
I think it was a land. Nope, definitely wasn't a land.
One attack again, please.
Nope,
I feel like I
blocking.
need to say something. What do you think, sir?
Go tell him. Ryan got it. There you go. Fixed. Problem solved.
No, I never blocked it. I blocked it. Okay. Pass.
Yes, we were aware. I thought it was just a one-time thing, but they did it multiple times, so we wanted to go fix it.
Ooh. There.
I
Ryan,
don't know.
Ryan can just sit there.
Yes, that is the linchpin, I believe. He has assembled Voltron. I would just go get a shock land.
Yes. This is for all. Otherwise, I would have scooped by now and just been like, we'll offset. But this is for bacon.
Yeah, because I think if he would have kept the Conflagrates, and then when he draws the Creeping Chills, if he Conflagrates and has Creeping Chills, I think that's enough for him to win the game. I think discarding the Conflagrates was incorrect, but I mean, he may never draw the Creeping Chills. Yeah, and Helix puts the math out there.
Yeah.
Helix fixed the math, so he's down to 6. Yeah, and he has those too. So I mean, that's another way you can pull the game out here. 8 to 9. So then the two Creeping Shells would be one of the 3.
Nope, 6 to 9. Because he had to take 2 damage from playing it.
Oh, yep. You are right. I forgot about the Eidolon, yeah.
Bolts.
So then Ryan goes to 7, goes to 3. There it is. Creeping Chill, so he'll net 1 here. Go to 4.
Is it? No, because
you're right, because it's 4.
Yep.
Alright, goes to. See, I think if he would have kept those Conflagrates, I think he would have won the game.
I think he might still do it, because Ryan's down to 3 or 4.
And any spell he casts. So that's gonna put him. That's gonna put Ryan to 5. So 2.
He takes. Was that a lightning helix?
He nets 1. I think he goes to. Yeah, he's right. Yep, that's right. He gains 1 life. That was a helix. This is an interesting game.
It's so weird. It's such a weird game to watch. Lava Spike. Oh. Lava Spike for the win. Ryan's pulled it out.
Yeah. Wow. That was such an interesting game. Wow.
The two.
That was wow. All right.
That was crazy.
So you're me. I'm you.
Yep. We switched.
Yeah. Wow. That was an interesting game. A little hiccup with the bridge, but I mean, I don't think it really ended up making a difference.
They gave the life back and everything.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because we definitely don't want to have the game go incorrectly.
Yep.
Like, little things like that. Little things don't really matter, but something like that. Definitely want to try to fix that for both players, especially being 3-0. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. Like I said, we have League going on if you guys want to hang out. The Standard Showdown tomorrow. Legacy on Tuesday.
Yep.
I know you were doing your Keyforge demo.
Yep. We got.
Last Monday. John has a couple demo decks.
Yep.
You were playing earlier.
That game is actually made by Richard Garfield.
Yep. Same
Comes
guy
out the
who did Magic.
15th. It's $10 for a deck. That's all you need.
Yep. He was telling me I've been arguing that this game does not make sense. So like the concept of the game is that every deck is different, and I'm like, how can you advertise that? But like, there are literally like I think you were saying 1 trillion different possibilities. So I mean, it's not there's a finite number, but the fact that every deck is different, and every game's different, makes it so you can't just buy all the best cards.
Yeah.
Or build the best deck. Like each game is different.
There is no deck building. There's nothing. You get a deck, and that is your deck.
Yep.
And I played with 8 different decks. They're all significantly different and really fun to play. It's nice just picking up a deck and just trying to figure out what's the combos in it because each piece has a combo. So it's a neat game.
Another thing that I'm excited for coming up is the I think it's the Ravnica like either open house or something where they have the they're going to talk about the new Ravnica D&D campaign. I think that's coming up a weekend in November.
Yep.
And then they're also going to have I think it's a draft of some kind.
Yep.
So that's going to be really exciting. I'm excited for the Ravnica Dungeons and Dragons set. So yeah, come on down, hang out with us, check out the new products coming out, and we'll see you guys next Friday.
Bye everyone.